In this one, I'll be playing as a mailman in 1985, delivering packages and parcels and post to a small town in America. You don't need to have seen the previous game if you want to enjoy this playthrough, but it is on the channel if you want to check it out. This video is a full playthrough of the DLC. Let me know if you're new here in a comment so I can welcome you in, and let's begin. Lake Season's greetings.
Hello.
Hey, Dad. How's that white Christmas looking? You promised, remember?
Meredith. Of course, it's coming down as we speak. Wait till you see it.
Great. I knew you wouldn't let me down. My plane lands Tuesday at 5:30.
Perfect. How will you get here? Will someone pick you up?
Obviously. I've got the best chauffeur around. His name starts with a T and ends with Amos Weiss.
All right, then. I hear he's the best in the business. I'll make sure he's there. 5:30 sharp.
Oh, thanks, Dad. See you soon.
2 more nights, Em. Can't wait to see you.
Same here. Say hi to Mom for me. Bye, Dad.
Bye, Em. Have a safe trip.
How cute. Monday, December 23rd, morning.
Good morning, Thomas. I bet you woke up feeling like $1 million after winning that monster pot last night.
Morning, Frank. It felt like $96.40, actually. But yeah, I had a great night's sleep.
Ha! I bet. It looks like you've hit the jackpot again today. There's hardly any Christmas mail rush because of the snow.
This is just like a mustache showcase. These tashes. The sooner I can stretch out by the fire, the better.
Ah, great. The sooner I can stretch out by the fire, the better.
Ha! That's a strategy right out of my playbook. Take it easy out there today.
We're back in the world of Lake, playing as Daddy. Postal Service, Providence Oaks. That's who I work for. We've got a beautiful snowy village to deliver mail to. And I am Meredith's dad. Let's get in the car.
Providence Oaks, good morning. On the noticed all white stuff lying around.
Is it all cutting out?
Having a feel.
What's happening with my radio?
Snow to last me a lifetime.
Weird.
Machine can handle it.
Look at the Christmas lights. Everything looks so cute. Oh, don't you just love seeing Christmas lights out? When people do it. What's happening? Hang on.
But there's one...
Out and in the radio. Something's occurring here. Sorry, won't be a minute. Just having an issue with my radio, darling. Sorry. Alright, let's go deliver some mail. It feels nostalgic to be back here, doesn't it? I'm just driving, chilling, and it's all snowy and beautiful. I love the snow. I love weather, you know? When seasons be seasoning. Because I absolutely love the rain. If it's raining, I go out and I walk in it. Pouring, storming rain, just give it to me. And snow, I'm gonna be amongst it. Look, gorgeous lights. Isn't this where the lady lives with her cat and stuff? Okay, let's deliver some mail. You'll see how much my driving's improved in the 2 years. I mean, look at that. That's perfect parking, right? Deliver the mail. Look at those cute lights, little reindeer. Do people have them on in the daytime? You'd think you just have them on at night. Electric bill through the roof. I hope it snows this year. It's been cold, but... Where Meredith's school friend Jessie used to live.
From school after learning about walnuts. Hi, Ben. Got a pretty hefty package here for you.
Thanks, Thomas. I've been waiting for that one.
Hi, Mr. W. Please, please, please tell me the mail truck needs a tune-up.
Hey, Lori.
I'm sorry to say the truck's been running like a song.
Nope. I'm sorry to say the truck's running like a song. I'm very happy about that. But it's bad news for you.
As you can see, Lori's taken a head start on working at the garage. Part-time, and only when she's finished her homework.
Are you sure there's nothing I can improve on the old, what do you call this thing again?
Well, I just call it the mail truck. Come to think of it.
Come to think of it, maybe there is. The horn's been making this sad little sound lately. It could use a little more oomph.
The horn, eh? I'm on it. That was easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Mr. W. Diaphragm had gotten a little dusty, but it's all better now. The mail truck is honking like a big old goose again.
Thanks, Lori.
Oh.
Come to think of it, I will be calling your truck the Goose from here on out.
That's my impression of a goose.
Big, white, wobbly, and with a honking great horn. Honk honk!
The goose.
The goose has a nice ring to it. Or a nice honk, anyway. Well, gotta be getting back to my rounds. Happy holidays, you guys.
Thanks, Thomas. You too.
Alright, we're back on the road. I fixed the sound issues, so we're all good to go. If anyone's wondering, if you're having issues yourself, I limited the FPS, and that seems to have helped. So far, touch wood. We're back on. I feel like I'm doing more than 25. I'm speeding, aren't I? Let's go deliver the rest of our mail. Look at this. I mean, if you live somewhere like this, how are you just not constantly... Like, do you get used to it? Just every day. That's just the view. Absolutely gorgeous. You just have to all the time think, look how blessed I am, you know? Lovely. Perfect. Alright, let's deliver the mail over the bridge. I wonder if this freezes and people skate on it. You ever been ice skating? I've never done ice skating because I'm scared of it. I would hurt myself. I have tried both roller skating and rollerblading though. I wonder what the shops were before they changed. Like, the video store was new, right? Or does the video store exist here before Meredith comes to visit, I wonder? Let's take a look. You've got the general store as it was, and the video store's up here on the corner, wasn't it? Let's see what it is. Ah, it's still a video store. Oh my god, it looks so cute! It's so nostalgic, dude. I felt slight tears in my eyes of seeing a video rental place. I just have so many happy memories of renting videos. It's definitely something that is absolutely missed.
Christmas gift? Here's hoping.
In modern life. So we have new ones. The Hound of Music, which would be The Sound of Music, which I've never seen, by the way. Let me know in a comment if I should watch it for the first time. I've never seen The Sound of Music. The Hills Are Alive. Like, I know the song, but I've never seen it. Gremlins. Ghost Blasters. Ghostbusters, obviously. A Christmas Barrel. A Christmas Carol. Very cute, very cute. Let's see if there's any new ones inside. Hello, future girlfriend of my daughter. In the previous game, Lake, which you can see a full playthrough of on the channel right now, including all endings.
Hello, Angie. Long time no see. One package for you today.
Thanks, Thomas. How's Emily?
Oh, very busy. Hotel's chronically understaffed.
She's very busy. The motel's chronically understaffed.
Ah, yes. This must be busy season at the motel. I do like it when out-of-towners come to visit our little hamlet, especially when they like movies.
Apparently most of the rooms have been fitted with VCRs now. Should be good for business.
So, what do we have here?
What do we have?
Oh, right.
You okay?
You okay there, Angie?
It's just some things from LA. Toiletries, stuff like that. I, recently ended my relationship.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Angie, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It was my decision, and it was the right decision. The long-distance thing just wasn't working out. Still, seeing your spare toothbrush, that shampoo bottle, a stick of deodorant, it just makes it so definite, you know? Like, the LA chapter of my life is now finally completely closed.
Why would you not just dump that stuff? Like, you don't need to send that stuff in a box. That feels pointed. Just shampoo in your toothbrush. Buy a new one, babe. Breaking up right before Christmas Eve, huh?
Breaking up right before Christmas Eve must be extra tough.
Yeah, that does add to the melancholy. Timing isn't exactly my strong suit, I guess.
How did your ex take it?
Sounds like you're dealing with it like a champ, though. How did your ex take it?
My ex-girlfriend, you mean? Yeah, she's handling it okay. Other than the passive-aggressive shipping of toiletries, I guess.
It is passive-aggressive.
Oh,
There's no need for it.
Not know?
Huh? No what? What do you mean? She's like trying to act like super like it doesn't even... What? Know what? About toiletries? That I had a girlfriend? Oh, that's... I had no idea, but it's fine either way.
Had no idea. But I mean, it's fine either way, right?
I mean, it's not exactly something I walk around advertising around here. This is probably the first time I've seen you blush.
Well, I'll leave you alone with your thoughts. And your spare toothbrush.
Gay thoughts.
Merry Christmas, Angie.
Merry Christmas, Thomas. My toothbrush and I bid you adieu.
All right. I'm trying to... I mean, this is obviously set quite a bit in the past, right? We're in a video store and talking about VCRs, for goodness sake. So it probably was more of a bigger deal. I know it's still a big deal in some places and for some people, but certainly around this time, it's like small town America. This is what? The 90s or something, you know? Not everyone would have been as chill. Let's see what we have. Glue Lagoon. Looks kind of sexy. I can't read what that says. I'm not good at reading cursive. We've got the Rocky Horror Show there. We've got Blade Jogger instead of Blade Runner. The Odd Father for The Godfather. Object. What's that? Object. I want to see that closer up if I can. A Christmas Gory would be A Christmas Story, I guess. Holiday. That's, yeah, look, National Lampoon's Chevy Chase. Christmas Barrel. We've got Rocky. Terminator. The Thermometer. It's pretty funny. The Brunch Bunch, The Breakfast Club. Meh Man for Superman. Space Wars, Star Wars. The Friendly Dead. That is... Isn't that George Romero, I think? Like Dawn of the Dead, Living Dead, maybe? Can't quite see what that one with the shoes is. E.T. down there. Sorry, I'm a, like, movie freak, so I need to look at them all. Just wish I could zoom. Maybe I'll get closer. Oh, it's the Good, the Bad, and the Duck Feet. So it's the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Repo Woman instead of Repo Man. Let's see if we can see some of the ones we couldn't get closer to before. I want to see if I can see that. Oh yeah, object. John Chip. Oh, The Thing. That's The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Yes, love that film. I'm trying to see that one that had the cursive on it. Was it like Flashdance or something? I sort of like half recognized the cover, but I haven't seen that film. Gremlins 2 is the Christmas one, right? Or Gremlins 1? Which one's the Christmas movie? I think it's Gremlins 1. Gremlins 2 is the one in the studio, like, LA stuff. Alright, got another delivery just across the road. Bum, ba, bum. Where is this being delivered to? On Main Street? Looks like it's right here. Maybe it's on the corner there. I guess it's this one. Yeah, looks like it's on the corner. I don't remember this. Bookham, Dano. A bookstore. Was this? I don't think this was in the previous game, or maybe it wasn't open. I don't remember going in a bookshop.
Hey, Beth. How are you on this fine day?
Hi. Business as usual.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just joking. The situation is not that dire.
Okay.
Going to say, sales can't be bad with the holidays around the corner, right?
Been better, I suppose, but you're right. I'm not complaining. There's been an odd customer or two today, and one of them was even looking for a full set of encyclopedias.
This sound issue is annoying, I'm sorry. I've looked up. Apparently it's been an issue since the first game that they've never fixed, so well, hopefully it doesn't happen too much, but I do apologize.
Who even reads those? That's like 30 books.
I even owned 3 sets at one point. But then I'll be the first to admit that a set of encyclopedias is nothing less than a veritable treasure trove of information at one's fingertips. By the way, did you know that the world's largest encyclopedia was created in 15th century China?
AI
and
TikToks
comprised
be like,
about 11,000 books? Isn't that fascinating? Imagine having to load that into your car.
Did you know? As someone who makes Did You Know content, mine's interesting and I make it myself and look it up myself and voice it myself, so it's different, alright?
I don't think my trusty old van could take that. Or my bookcase, for that matter.
Well, they do say a good book is easy to pick up, but hard to put down. Get it? How's Emily coming along with Christmas dinner, by the way? I can imagine she's pretty excited about Meredith coming over. So let me know if she needs any more cookbooks. I've got this beauty from Good Housekeeping that's all the rage right now.
Okay.
Oh, that might be a bad idea. I'm going to have my pants let out just looking at the cover.
Sir.
I suppose you're right. But don't you worry, I'll leave the cookbook.
That doesn't sound how I
have a
think it's
feeling
supposed to
St.
sound.
Nicholas has other things in store
I'm
for
gonna
you
have
this
my
year.
pants let out. It's like, oh, please?
Looking forward to it already.
As well you should.
Well, that's me for now, I think.
Of course, of course. These are busy days for you, I can imagine. Right. I better get back to it and get ready for the New Year's sale. I've been in a perpetual fight with my pricing gun lately, so I need all the time I can get. And good things come to those who wait. I'll bring over your presents later in the week. I hope you have a Merry Christmas Eve tomorrow, and give my love to Emily and Meredith.
Will do. And season's greetings to you two.
Like, a bookstore of this size in this small town. It's crazy. The Wizards by Ronald Dill. The Witches by Roald Dahl. God Emperor of Sandhill, Frank Sherbert, is Dune by Frank Herbert. We've got Dr. Seuss. The Wizards. The Mermaid's Tale. Paws instead of Jaws. One of my favourite films and a great book. What do we have here? Pal Cemetery, Stephen Singh. Pet Sematary, Stephen King. I love books too, and I have a book podcast. I don't know if you've ever heard it before, but Down to Sleep on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get podcasts. It's free. I read you full books and bedtime stories to help you get to sleep. The Bat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss. I mean, that feels... Can you get away with that? That feels so close to, like, not being parody. It, like, looks like the actual art other than being a bat. I guess it could be fan art. Yeah, I love reading books, so lots on there. What else do we have here? Green Eggs and Spam. Lots of Dr. Seuss mock-ups. The Ketchup in the Rice, Catcher in the Rye. I can't read that other one. I'm like sitting back playing this because I'm trying to chill, so I'm not super close to the screen. Crazy Sports Facts 2. Cat's Pajamas. Bright Lights Big Kitty. Bright Lights Big Kitty. Is that like Narnia? Bright Lights Big Kitty? Mermaid's Tale, I'm guessing, is like Hans Christian Andersen Little Mermaid? I don't know. Wait, The Mermaid's Tale, but it's by Margaret Atbeam, so it's Margaret Atwood, it's The Handmaid's Tale. Right, okay. It's not Little Mermaid. Sorry, I realised I said I was too busy to listen to your chatter there, and then I browsed your bookstore for a good 5 minutes, but it is what it is. The book's more interesting than the people. Back to the van. Maybe if I turn the radio off, it'll help with the audio glitching when I get there. Let me check the map. Okay, there's one behind us. Let's put that off. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everyone can. Skibbity-bing-a-bing, skibbity-bing-a-bing. Deliver the mail.
Fancy handwriting on this one.
Nosy. Why did he have to put his glasses on just to put it in the mailbox?
After had a good old snoop there in the mail before I put it in. Gee golly gosh. I've been working this route for who knows how many years. I still love it like it was my first day.
The lights look so pretty. Maybe I should go into London and see the Christmas lights. I want to go shopping anyway. I need to get a new jacket. I don't have a winter coat. I mean, I have like an old one, but I don't have a recent one. Mine's very old. I want a new one. Oh, we've got to go all the way around that way. Okay. I want to get a nice winter coat that I can wear over my hoodies and stuff, you know, like a wool kind of long, dark coat. And I think I'm going to buy some stylish cardigans I think I've reached the age where it's like, it's time to embrace the cardigan. We're there, you know? There's the diner. Why did sad music start playing when I started talking about embracing cardigans in my age? Oh no. Am I dying?
It was at that moment that the old bear hobbled back to his cave, thinking it was for hibernation, but it was actually for the last time.
I think I'd look pretty good in a cardigan. We'll see. I might look like a grandma.
Hello.
Span her down. Or, as Frank says it, a span, 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 a dam. Never gets old.
Doesn't it? Maybe if you go follow me on Instagram, I'll post myself in a cardigan once I buy it. Cardigan reveal at 200,000 followers. Oh wait, I wanted to have the radio off. Sorry, hang on. It's a little test. There we go. I want to see if it helps with the audio. Even though the main points of these is, you know, we can still get the story and we're just hanging out and chilling, but it'd be nice to not have glitches. Hi.
Hi there, Mr. Mailman. Got anything for me today?
Are you flying with me? Special delivery.
I have one special delivery for you, ma'am. And we can have a little chat if you'd like.
Ooh, a little chat. I'm afraid I'm a bit too busy for that, sir.
Wow.
Oh, you sound an awful lot like my wife. I hardly see her these days.
Oh, what a shame. Well, you must have a lovely wife.
Now just imagine this isn't his wife, and this how inappropriate the conversation is.
You can say that again. She's the light of my life.
Old people
I better
love...
get this, honey. I'll see you tonight. Oregon Trail Motel. How may I help you?
Cute. A simple life. Return to the post office. Well, I'm glad I saved the best till last, honey. Time for me to get back. Oh. How strong's that sign? Goodness me. Imagine if this had ragdoll physics and my old man just went like flying through the windscreen. Someone mod that in. Just make the game super meme-worthy. I would have loved to have seen first-person camera in this. I'm sure I said that during the first game too, but imagine right now if we could switch to first-person. Everything feels so much more immersive and would look so beautiful from that perspective. The snowy trees as we drive through and stuff. I'd love that. I think the game would benefit from that so much. Up past the diner. I feel like turning off the radio and having this music play instead is actually really nice. I feel more into it. Made a wrong turn. Comment down below how's my driving. Tell me that it's great, thank you. Yeah, nice to be back in this game. I think the first one was a pretty popular playthrough. The first part, at least, as usual. And I know my collection of all of the endings did quite well. It's usually the video that pops up for people whenever they're reacting to the endings of the game or watching the other endings on their own playthroughs. Because I get like a few... whenever people use your videos on YouTube, it like pops up so you can claim it if you want. I don't, obviously. I let people react to stuff. You can kind of see like who's watched it on their own streams and such. The end of workday. Vice residence. Monday evening.
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Meredith!
Oh, she's not going to make it, is she? Of course. Are you all packed up for tomorrow?
Are you all packed for tomorrow? Meredith?
Dad, I'm so sorry, but I won't be able to make it tomorrow.
What's wrong? What happened? Are you okay?
I'm fine, Dad, don't worry, but I'm snowed under with work. It's at 86. It needs to be up and running at the start of the new year. I stumbled upon some errors today, and now we need to fix them this week. This sucks.
I got so immersed I didn't see it coming and I really thought she was going to arrive, but as we know, the first game is us playing her in like her first time returning here for a while, right? And obviously meeting Angie for the first time.
That's such a bummer, Em. But I understand.
Thanks, Dad. I'll make it up to you, I promise. We've all worked so hard this year. Can't squander it all in the last week, right?
I hate to say it, but it sounds exactly like what you said last year. Have you told your mom yet?
Yeah, I just called her at the motel.
Oh, someone's calling. It must be your mom.
Okay, well, that's my cue. Gotta get back to it. I'll call again soon, Dad. Love you.
Hey, Em, is that you?
If by M you mean Emily, then yes. If you mean M for Meredith, then no.
What if I meant M from James Bond?
Oh, Thomas, don't joke around as if nothing's wrong.
What else can we do? It's just Christmas.
Well, just deal with it, like we always do. Why don't we invite someone else? Unless you're happy with just Mildred coming over.
That's a good idea. I'll think about it.
Oh, we're going to have Angie over for Christmas dinner
Okay,
because
honey.
she's on her own because they just broke
As long as
up.
you don't invite Jack, you know, his jokes may even scare off the turkey. In any case, I'll call Beth and ask her again, too. And then I have to do a towel run, refill the vending machine, and vacuum the reception area. So it'll be a while before I'm done. I'll see you tonight, honey.
Okay, Em. Drive home safe.
As a workaholic that has occasionally, often, had to not cancel things, but not do things and say no to things, and without cancelling things, you can still let people down just by not being present, you know, and not attending. You know, it sucks. Been there myself, and sort of, yeah, it's hard. I'll read a book.
Major League Baseball umpires are required to wear black underwear while on the job in case they split their pants. Golf is the only sport to have been played on the moon. On February 6th, 1971, Alan Shepard hit a golf ball on the moon. Because of the low gravity, it may have traveled more than a mile.
Great. Have you got any smut? It's Christmas Eve. What a wonderful time. I mean, I love Christmas. I'm probably going to do all that I can to embrace the Christmas spirit, because I was sick all through like spooky season and missed out on all the Halloween vibes. Gutted. So I'm going to try and embrace Christmas as best as I can. I always do try to. I love Christmas very much. Probably my favorite season, but I have bad luck. I always like just, I don't know. I have bad luck at Christmas. For more often than not, so fingers crossed it's different this year.
PO positive or pet peeve?
Take it away, Charles.
Oh, that.
Cheryl said about the snow yesterday.
So the radio's
Sure,
still
nice
cutting out
quiet,
too. That's annoying.
We can't forget.
Alright, we're on Main Street at the general store. Time to deliver a package. I went like on the Steam discussion forum to see if there was any fixes for the sound. People are like very angry about the sound glitches, because apparently it was happening in the first game, but I don't remember it happening in my playthrough. Yeah, shame. Ding dong, hello. Apples for 16 cents seems like a steal to me. There's Mr. T cereal right there. Here you go.
Greetings, Nancy.
Crisp ingredients.
I think it's the music playing in the background.
All right. Have a good day.
So, bye. See ya. What can you do to get into the Christmas spirit? Or what do you do? What's your favorite, like, hey, it's Christmas, let's do something. Like, what can you do? Like, let's think. Baking cookies. Baking stuff, like, in general, is, like, quite seasonal and Christmassy. I'll come back to the package because I want to talk to you for a minute. I'll just deliver some post. You could go see the Christmas lights, either drive around the area or like go into town if you live near somewhere. Like I might go get the train into London and see them. Buying presents is nice if you can afford to. Going for walks. Go get festive coffee on a walk. Oh my god. Drift. Daddy's a race car driver. Watching Christmas movies, I love. Elf, so good. Every year. The Grinch, every year. The Jim Carrey one. Wearing Christmas outfits. A Christmas jumper is always makes me feel Christmassy.
Customer, unless it's Bill's.
Who's Bill? I mean, if you're lucky enough that it snows, you can go out in that weather and just feel it. I guess you could go ice skating if you wanted to. If you like to live dangerously and crazy. Drink eggnog. I don't know if I've ever had eggnog. I like to have something called a snowball, which is like advocaat and lemonade. That's quite a Christmassy drink. Alcohol though, so, you know. I don't really drink anymore. I never really drink anyway. It's like an every so often kind of thing, and I'll just have like a drink. Like, I don't really get drunk. I used to occasionally have like celebration streams where I would have like a bottle of Prosecco or something, and that would like, I'm a lightweight, so I would get drunk on stream, and it would be really fun. I'm a giggly, silly drunk, so. What else could you do? Play Christmassy games? Play board games with people or your family? There isn't a lot of Christmas video games. It's something that I used to back when I was like streaming all the time. I'd be like, oh, I want to do like Christmas, like spooky season. I want Christmas themed video games, but there really isn't any. So it's nice to have this. But yeah, let me know in comments. Let's like share some Christmassy stuff we can do to like bring the Christmas spirit in. Oh, putting on Christmas music. Christmas playlists. Oh, I gotta get the package. That gets me in the spirit. Where am I? The Reynolds farm.
Okay, let's get this to its destination.
This is the guy that runs the radio show, from what I remember, so let's go see what he's up to. And the classic, just spending time with friends and family, if you're lucky enough to have them, I guess.
Wow, a visit from the Poker King. I humbly thank you for the honor.
Marty McFly cosplay.
The Poker King hath brought a parcel for the jack of all trades.
Hoo boy, Frank came through once again.
Ah, package from Frank, huh? What's in it?
You don't want to know, Thomas. You don't want to know. But what I will tell you, I'm kicking off the new year with a bang.
Fireworks.
I better put this somewhere dry. And then it's back to reading Doyle Brunson's Super System. Oh, you're in trouble this Sunday, sir.
And what are you doing tomorrow night?
I'm gonna visit my brother and his family in Idaho. Anyway, later, Thomas, and take care on those
Idaho.
icy roads.
Maybe I'll start watching Christmas movies in November. We can get on the Christmas spirit early, just in case something terrible happens in December. Where's the road? There. Could barely see it for a second. You know, sort of part of life is really realizing that, unfortunately, there are always going to be our worst days ahead of us. That's kind of a fact of life in a non-depressing way that we have to accept radically. To make us embrace the moments where things aren't terrible. Just to be peaceful, just to feel normal, just to have enjoyable days, or days where you're ecstatic and excited for things. Like, whenever you feel that way, hold on to it and embrace it. And take care of it, and treasure it. I don't think it's pessimistic to say, oh, what if something terrible happens in the future? But I mean, what that does mean is enjoy today. Because tomorrow is not promised, you know? Oh, I think my turning was there, but I can go here. Just enjoy the little things and learn to enjoy the little things and embrace everything that you can. Even the bad stuff, you know, as part of the experience and the rich tapestry of life, as cheesy as it sounds. Holidays are usually a heavy time for reflecting and thinking things. I know they're hard for some people, but it's okay. It'll all be okay. Just keep going. This too shall pass.
They must be out of town for the holidays. And yet another satisfied customer.
They must be out of town for the holidays. I'm sure this will be fine here for 3 weeks on the doorstep. Actually, it's under a porch. It should actually be fine, even if it is snowing quite heavily. Onward. You know when you're expecting a package that you have to sign for? Makes me anxious, and I'm like making sure to get up early every day just to be here and waiting for the post. And my postman is a very nice man, but he can come kind of any time between 9 and 2 or 3 some days. He might show up, and I want to go and take my walks.
Errand circle. Feels like I'm going round in circles sometimes.
Oh look, he's getting philosophical too. I sometimes feel like I'm going round in circles. That's life, baby. Time is a flat circle.
There we go.
And in here.
Fancy handwriting on this one.
I was seeing a bit of handwriting. Ba-boom. The Heron Circle. I see. Just beeped at me. What are you just sat there for? And then beeping at me when I go past. Not even moving. Are you okay, miss? You doing alright? He's like, taps on the window. She's like, oh god, just look ahead, don't look at him. It's fine. Don't engage. Alright then, I'll be on my way. Couple more stops. Oh my god, I'm so bad at driving. I mean, I'm so amazing. Okay, a letter and a package up here. Looks like such a cute place to live. I mean, if you were like a teen or a young adult here, you'd be kind of bored, wouldn't you? Also, like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Sorry to like scatter around all over the place with my topics here, but recommend some Christmas movie. Do you know what I've never seen? For someone who loves Christmas and all the rest of it, I've never watched. Is it called It's a Wonderful Life? The one with the like, it's like black and white, and there's like an angel and stuff. I've never watched that one. I've never watched A Christmas Story.
Is that much Christmas lighting really necessary?
Where? Which one? They both look lovely. Here we go. Who lives here? Oh, the last parcel for the day.
Part and parcel.
They crack me up sometimes. Oh wait, isn't this where Meredith's friend lives?
Oh, good day, Kate.
It is.
Hi, Thomas.
Got a parcel for you.
Thanks. I'm sure Santa will be happy this arrived just in time.
Anything I can do to help the old man out. How are things with the family?
Good. Good. Really looking forward to the holidays. I've been making Grace this great big space station out of ply. It's coming together really nicely. And Barry is getting Max a second-hand guitar as we speak.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm sure they can't wait for Christmas.
Neither can I. What about you and Emily? Got anything special planned for the coming days?
Well, sadly, Meredith can't make it this year.
Right.
I'm sure she'll make it out here sometime.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'd best get on. I have to check on the oven. Or Santa will have to eat charcoal when he stops by tonight.
All right, best get back to it myself. Give our love to Barry and the kids. And Santa, if you happen to see him.
Will do. You and Emily have a great Christmas too, okay?
The pure excitement of leaving something out. What did you leave out for Santa? That's a question for the comments. I would leave milk, a glass of milk, a carrot for the reindeer, and then like a mince pie or whatever kind of Christmas, like a cookie, whatever you had in. We never like baked anything special for it. And then just there would always be a bite out of the carrot, you know, and a bite out of the pie, and half-drunk milk. It's like, man, that is part of the magic of being a kid. Moments like that, which can just, you believe in it, like that magic is real and that, fantastical things happen and are possible, and they do in the world. The world's full of little miracles, but it's in a different way. I think it's a pretty special tradition if you had a family that did that. If you celebrate, it's kind of it's a cool memory to have had, I think. I know there's like sometimes some debate or discussion about whether it's like good for the kid or whatever, and like that it's like, oh, lying to the child, but it's like, dude, all I remember of it is that it was absolutely amazing and magical, and I don't remember finding out, that it's not, and kind of being devastated or anything. I just remember the magic.
All right, Christmas break, here I come.
Return to the post office. Okay, so we've done our 2 days up to Christmas, and now we're going to be off. I wonder what the rest of the game's going to be like. If we're now done with delivering mail, maybe it's going to be a Christmas cutscene and then post-Christmas? No pun intended. I don't know. I'm going to find out, though. Anyway, Christmas stuff gets me in my feels in a big way and gets me all philosophical and thinking about stuff. I think that's why the holidays can be so hard for people, because it does kind of prompt that kind of thinking sometimes, You're not alone if you are someone that feels that way. I certainly do.
Hey, Thomas, do you think it'll ever stop snowing? I'm glad it's the last day before Christmas
It's literally
break.
not snowing outside. I wish that it
Sorry,
was.
Frank. They're forecasting snow until at least the new year. But hey, about Christmas.
I should have gone to see Angie to see if I could have invited her. She said don't ask Frank.
Are there any good basketball games scheduled?
Good games? Are you kidding me? The Knicks are playing the Celtics at MSG. I think the Celtics will go all the way this year, but I wouldn't count out an upset at the Garden.
Do they play at Christmas?
I wouldn't either. Let's go Knicks.
I'm going to have to sleep on it, but I can't pass up a juicy bet. Hey, Thomas, before you go home, I need a favor. Can you help me with that guy over there? He said he's looking for a job, but I really got to run now. Try to find out what he's made of, okay? Good luck.
Okay.
Hello, young man. I heard you were looking for a job. My name's Thomas Weiss, and I've been working for the Postal Service for nearly 40 years.
Hi, I'm Matt Kearney. I'm glad someone finally showed up.
Nice to meet you, Matt. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm basically a computer expert, kind of in between jobs right now. I've been programming since I was 11 years old. I'm looking to start my own software company.
Doesn't this guy work in the motel in the game?
Ah, that's great. So you want to save up some money to start your own enterprise one day?
Bingo. I'm already working on it at home, and whenever I have time in my schedule.
Aren't you afraid that might interfere with your day job?
I have the focus, determination, and willpower of a professional athlete.
Okay.
Me
I
when
have a
I
few more
am
questions.
productive for an hour. To myself in the mirror.
Do you enjoy working with customers?
I think everyone would enjoy someone who skips the small talk and gets the job done as soon as possible.
Sure.
Matt, that's pretty much how I go about it.
Okay, well that's good to hear. Could we wrap this up now, please? I don't think working here requires an extensive interview process.
I'd like to ask one more question, actually.
Can you please get up and leave as fast as possible? That's so rude. Say it.
Can you please get up and leave as fast as possible?
Okay. Bye.
I had to see what happened. I'm sorry. It was rude. He was rude, but you were ruder.
Yep, hello.
Hey, honey, it's me. Finally found time to call. Having such a busy day. Did you invite anyone else over for tomorrow?
Oh, I didn't.
Nope.
Damn.
So it's just you, me, and Mildred. Or is Beth coming as well?
Yeah, Beth is coming. So happy I could finally change her mind.
Nice work. She's great company.
As opposed to Mildred? No, this is not funny. Mildred is a sweetheart. And you better wear the Christmas sweater she knitted for you last year.
I love Christmas sweaters, so don't worry about it.
I unironically do love Christmas sweaters
so I won't
myself.
be the only one looking stupid.
A Christmas jumper.
Oh, by the way, I've got great news. We finally found someone to take some shifts off my hands.
That's fantastic. No more 60-hour work weeks. Do you know who it is?
I wasn't at the interview, but I was introduced to him after he was hired.
It's the same guy.
Did he wear glasses?
Yes, he did.
Was he wearing a turtleneck sweater?
Yeah. Are we playing Guess Who?
Great game.
His name is Matt Kearney. He said he's going to completely overhaul our computer system.
That's the guy I interviewed this afternoon.
Really? Did you like him?
Some of these options, he made my blood boil. That kid's a piece of work. Like, what?
He sounded like the perfect candidate, and I'm sure he'll do great.
That's good to hear. But it doesn't matter. He'll be taking the load off my shoulders. And I won't be working alongside him anyway. You'll probably see him more often than I will.
And there I was thinking I dodged a bullet.
We'll see how it all pans out. Oh, gotta go now. Bye, hun.
I wonder if I could have actually invited people to Christmas then. I know I had the option on a couple of those, but let's see what's on TV today.
Guten Tag. I am Klaus Kartoffelkanoodle. You must be Jimmy, my new partner. We will be the best team in the district. Where is the cop car? Let's catch some
It
crows.
seems like Mum works a lot, right? Are we getting that maybe that's where Meredith gets it from?
I need a friggin' coffee.
Yeah, coffee and your real donuts. I love it.
Because it is kind of a learned behavior. It's Christmas morning. And it's snowing.
Weiss residence, good morning.
Hey, Dad. It's me.
Hey there, Em. Meredith Christmas.
I was hoping to hear one of your special holiday puns. Merry Christmas to you, too. I wish I was in PO right now.
That makes two of us.
Yeah.
And probably three, but Mom's at the motel.
Guess I'm not the only one working today, then. Fine mess I
Mum's
got
working
myself into,
Christmas
huh?
morning. It's definitely where she gets it from.
Do you want my 2 cents, or shall I just listen?
I reckon I already know what you're thinking, and you're probably right. I'll be okay, Dad. Work's progressing nicely, actually. And Tess is coming over later. She's also stuck here. We're going to try to cook up some semblance of a Christmas meal.
Well, that's good to hear, Em.
Literally a like, do you want comfort or solutions situation.
But I'm glad the other Em will be in charge of my Christmas dinner.
Can't disagree there. Her lemon mashed potatoes alone blows all my cooking out of the water. Oh, that reminds me, I need to try to pry that secret recipe out of her. I'm gonna call her at the motel right now. Thanks for talking, Dad. And Meredith Christmas.
Missile Thomas wishes you the same.
Oh, I did not hear that. Love you.
Didn't even give him a chance to say it back. I feel bad that Dad's just at home on his own Christmas morning.
Oh, Mildred, you shouldn't have. We already have the most beautiful pair of Christmas sweaters in the world.
And now we have 2 sweaters each. You must have put so much work into them.
Oh, please don't mention it, dearie. Knitting sweaters can be quite straining, but knowing how happy they make you always makes up for it.
Well, we're so grateful. Right, Thomas?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
They're beautiful. Thank you so much, Mildred. They're so comfy and colorful. If only it was Christmas every day.
Oh, Thomas, that makes me so happy to hear. I can't wait to start working on next year's designs. I've also made sweaters for Frank and Jack and Robert and Bert, but they all said that
So is
wool
that
gives
turkey?
them an allergic reaction. Isn't that
Four
a
of us.
coincidence? Beth, I hope you aren't allergic to wool.
You're not going to believe the coincidence, Mildred, but yes, I actually am. And it's such a shame. If only I, too, could celebrate Christmas wearing one of those beautiful sweaters. Anyway, Emily, would you be a darling and pass me the peas, please?
Peas?
Please.
I don't... Oh, you mean the string beans. I suppose peas would have gone lovely with the meal as well, now that you mention it. Right, Thomas?
I can see the life leaving Thomas's eyes in this very moment.
I suppose.
Oh, yes, of course. I meant the string beans. Of course, silly me. But let me get on with it. It's time for my presents now. And you may have already guessed that they're books. Mildred, why don't you open yours first?
Well, I'm not really
What's your
one
favorite
for
Christmas
presents,
food?
but I appreciate the gesture. Let's see now. The Cat's Pajamas. I've never heard of it, but it has a nice title, I suppose.
It's an encyclopedia about cats. A Whiskerpedia, if you will. Someone drew my attention to it, and I immediately thought of you.
Is that a Wikipedia joke? But this is like shortly before Wikipedia existed.
Oh, well, isn't that lovely? Such a heartfelt gift. Isn't it, Thomas?
Unless a Wikipedia means something else, I don't know.
Maybe you can start knitting your cats some pajamas now.
Well, they do like balls of yarn. Thank you, Beth.
It was my pleasure, Mildred. And now for Emily's gift.
Oh, why, thank you, Beth. I do always appreciate your taste in books, so I'm looking forward to The Countess and the Carpenter. Would you look at that? Is this a romance novel?
Smart.
I've never really read one of those.
Right in one guess, Emily. I hear the writer Summers here, so this book is locally sourced, so to speak. And, dare I say it, the prose is quite compelling in the romance department.
Filth.
If you catch my drift.
I think I do. Beth, you are something else. Thank you. This will certainly get a nice spot on our bookcase.
Oh.
Good to know the romance department is in our bookcase now, so I'll know where to find it.
Well, I'm looking forward to reading it already. Thank you so much, dear Beth.
You're welcome, Emily. I'm sure you'll love it. Okay, Thomas,
I
it's
wonder
your
if
turn
more
now.
people read filthy books than they used to.
Crazy sports
'Cause it seems
facts,
popular
too.
with people.
Even more crazy sports facts.
More crazy sports.
Whew, boy, I love this stuff. I'm actually reading part 1 at the moment, so I can tuck into this straight after. Thanks, Beth.
You're welcome, Thomas. And you're right, there's some fascinating tidbits in part 1 as well. Even if one no longer actively plays sports, it's at least fun to read about it, right?
Yep.
Hey now, kids playing basketball still regret it when they challenge the mailman for a game of horse.
Well, there's no shame in admitting that you're not getting any younger, Thomas. In fact, none of us are exactly spring chickens anymore. Things like your arthritis can't magically be wished away by positive thinking.
Who's up for some blueberry pie?
Speaking of blueberries, my bridge partner, Edna's niece, discovered this mole last week.
Hold that thought, Mildred. I really need to take this. Hello?
Hi there. Could you put me through to Meredith Weiss, please?
Excuse me. Who is this?
Oh, it's Steve. Steve Mitchell from work. Is Meredith there?
Wait. She is at home.
You're talking to her father in Oregon. She's at home, celebrating Christmas?
Wait, what? Christmas? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to bother you. Is it Christmas already? Gosh, I totally missed that. I've been pulling a couple of all-nighters. I'm gonna splash some water on my face. Sorry again, Mr. Weiss. Enjoy your evening. Bye. Merry Christmas.
What a jerk.
Everything okay, honey?
That silly boss from Meredith's work called for some reason or other. Never mind. Beth, you were saying?
I wasn't actually, but I was looking for a way to say this, and now's as good a time as any, I suppose. My dear friends, I am leaving Providence Oaks.
What?
You're what?
What's that, dear?
That's why the store's closed.
Why?
Well, before we move on to the sad part, let me first tell you the good part. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be a grandmother.
Oh, Beth, that is amazing.
Well, I'll be.
Whose mother?
I mean, congratulations.
Yes, my son Daniel and his wife are expecting. Isn't that wonderful? But, and here's the proverbial kicker, you may remember that they moved to Savannah, Georgia a few years ago. So if you put 2 and 2 together...
You're moving away to be with them. That's great, Beth. I'm so happy for you.
That is marvelous, Beth. Congratulations. I wish you and your family all the happiness in the world. But I'll miss you something terrible. We all will. But we have to toast to the good news. Thomas, go pour us some brandy and I'll get the pie.
Oh, Thomas.
Okay, I thought there was like some
any
terrible news as
antacid?
to why she was having to leave. Like,
That eggnog is starting to stir up something indiscreet.
On it. Now, let's celebrate this wonderful evening, ladies. Here's to a lovely old Christmas spent with good friends.
Hear, hear,
hear. Hear, hear.
Cute. December 26th, that's Boxing Day here.
Hey, Thomas. Did you see the game last night?
Morning, Frank. Nope, we had our Christmas dinner. What happened?
The Celtics were up by 25 in the third quarter, but they still lost the game in double overtime.
Wow.
So was it a big payday for you?
One of the biggest of the year. And now the odds are dropping for Boston. I'm gonna bet on them to win it all this season.
I'm not sure that's a good idea, Frank.
Ha, Thomas. We'll see. Have a good one today.
Gently trying to coax someone out of something. I don't know if that's really a good idea. Can't really tell you what to do, but... Hey, it's snowing! Beautiful. Wow, back to work on Boxing Day. Boxing Day's a bank holiday here, so no one works on Boxing Day either.
Season's greetings, P.O.
You get
It's the
Christmas
second day
off.
of Christmas, and I don't have
And
turtle
Boxing
doves
Day.
or partridges and pear trees, but you know what I do have?
P.O. Positive.
Which is the day after Christmas.
Season's greetings to you too, Jack.
Which they say is,
Angela here.
I believe named after it was the day when
Right in
the
my
sort
old
of
cozy
workers
VCR
would be given a
living
box, you know. Boxing Day. But who knows? Because, like, not everyone used to
Another
live like they were in
satisfied
bloody
customer.
Downton Abbey with
Unless
servants
it's
to give
bills.
boxes to. Even though it's probably how certainly Americans think we live over here. Let me just call my butler. Butler? Jeeves, he has a name. I just call him Butler sometimes. It makes me feel important. Butler? Hello there, Butler.
What'll it be, sir?
I've told you about this. Don't call me sir.
Sorry.
Call me Bruce Wayne. Now, I'd like a sandwich and a frappuccino. Hop yourself down to Starbucks for me.
Yes, of course, sir.
It's actually too cold for frappuccinos. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. We've got a package for Jackson Street.
A belated Christmas gift?
I bought some instant coffee, which is like a it's like a salted caramel sweet coffee, instant in little sachets, right? And you just add hot water and it's done. Like, very simple. It's nothing to write home about. It's not that great crazy, but it's just a little treat to have sometimes when I want a treat and don't want to fuss too much or order coffee or go get coffee. And it said like three per box or something like that. It was worded in such a way, and it was cheap enough that I assumed I was buying 3 boxes of 3, and I've ended up with like 20 boxes of I've had them for months. I've got an entire cupboard which is just boxes of this instant coffee. I think I've got like I don't know, 80 packets in there. It's just, I made a mistake, but oh well. I'll never run out, I guess. Wait, this isn't for here? Must be the next one. Went in the wrong place. So yeah, I have a lot of instant salted caramel coffee to get through. You can have it iced too, though. I mean, it's too cold for it now, but you can just put it over milk and ice. It's actually all right. It's not bad, honestly. Good thing I like it, considering I bought so many accidentally.
The Kovacs family always had a time. Who can blame them?
There you go. You ever make any mistakes like that? Like the weight of fruit, trying to buy something sometimes and end up buying too many potatoes or something. Here we go. I like games that let me just ramble about whatever to you. Sometimes you could be in the wrong mood for it and I'd be too quiet. I could just be kind of playing this in silence and you're like trying to find something to say, but I feel like the right game does bring out a lot more like topics and conversations and stuff. That sky looks gorgeous, doesn't it? The cloud cover there and the snow coming down. Yeah. It's the kind of thing where if I was live streaming this, it would all be like a different conversation and then we'd like sprout off from there and talk to chat and stuff. But obviously this is a video, so I just have to keep saying like, oh, tell me this in the comments, tell me this in the comments. And it's like, you leave as many comments as you like, honestly, it's fine. If you want to treat it like a conversation, I don't mind.
Andy and Toby.
It's not spam if you're answering me my questions. I miss that interaction sometimes. I've been trying to get more time to get back to live streaming. It's been a while since I've done one. But I've just been so busy. I've been sick and I've been busy. When I haven't been busy, I've been sick. When I haven't been sick, I've been busy. And it's just, yeah, I'm trying to get back to it. I miss it though. It's just hard doing so many other things now. Feels like it was a chapter in my life and it's not something I want to be over with, but I can't get back to doing it every day. But once a week would be nice.
There we go.
And I've said before about doing some YouTube streams, you know, that could be fun. we're allowed to stream in simultaneously in different places now. So if I did a stream, I could do Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I just gotta have the right game come along and find the time to do it, and also need to get that set up because I haven't done that before. But yeah, I'd like to stream again at some point. Just catch up with people, have a chat, have a ramble. It's a different kind of energy, and it can be fun with the right game and the right crowd. Okay. Just in case anybody watching this is from the live streams and is like, where are the live streams gone?
Trust the snow chains on the tires.
I have been wanting to. I have been really sick for like over a month. Here we go. I think this is Bear Creek.
I'm reminded of our honeymoon to Niagara Falls all those many years ago.
I've been to Niagara Falls, but it was so cold that most of it was frozen when I was there. It still looked amazing though. I remember thinking how much better it would look if it wasn't all frozen. That's when I was snowboarding in Canada. When I was like 14.
Hey there! Looks like Santa's a little late this year.
That's what you get for not being a good boy, Robert Harris.
Let me try to make it up to you. Take that heavy load off your hands. That must be the fire pit I ordered. Now I can finally go ice fishing without freezing at the same time.
Ice fishing? And here I thought there'd be no more fishing until spring.
Don't knock it till you've tried it, Thomas. Bert's out of town, so I could use someone else to talk to. Not that Bert talks that much. How about it? Tomorrow evening.
Fishing? How about not in a million years? Wow.
Sure, let's do it. But you better make sure that fire pit is working.
Perfect. I'll bring all the gear, but feel free to bring some booze. Hey, did you have a nice Christmas, by the way?
Yeah, sure. A nice day off, great food. Hard to complain about that.
Can't agree more. Anyways, I won't hold you up any longer. I need to assemble this baby. See you tomorrow, Thomas. I'll come pick you up.
How do you have a fire pit on ice and it not just like melt through? I'm going to reverse all the way down because I'm... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to spin out and turn around. I meant to do that. Let's continue our rounds and deliver some mail. There's Robert the Creep there. Had to turn him down as Meredith. Zero chemistry between those two, let me tell you. Not a single spark. Haven't seen too many cars on the roads. Going through a tunnel. Going through a tunnel is fun as a kid. What were we saying before? Oh yeah, favorite Christmas food. Dude. Roast potatoes, bread sauce, obsessed. My favorite thing at Christmas. If you've never had bread sauce, give it a go sometime.
These cabins must be so cozy in the wintertime. Or cold. Probably freezing.
Pigs in blanket. Pig in blanket. Pigs in blankets. However you want to say it. The best. Love, 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 love so much. Which, if you don't know, is like a little sausage wrapped in bacon. I kind of like Brussels sprouts, you know. I know they're kind of like considered one of the evils of Christmas as a veg, but I like vegetables. And I don't have Brussels sprouts any other time of the year, so it's like a nice Christmas thing. They're nice. Just gotta season them right and have some, you know, gravy or some sort of sauce there with them. Bread sauce goes well with everything, to be honest. But again, I only ever have that like once a year, so that's a nice treat too. I don't really get into the Christmas puddings. Christmas pudding, mince pies, these kinds of things aren't really for me. Maybe I'll like bake an apple pie or something for Christmas this year. I kind of want to get into making my own, like, you know, the McDonald's apple pies. I want to like try to make those. Glitch.
Whoa, looks like you're having some car trouble.
Yeah, just a second, my good man. Gabriel, can you figure out what's wrong with this blasted vehicle? Give me some good news here.
I mean, I'm not really a car mechanic, Mr. Price, but I know the smoke isn't a good sign.
No duh, Einstein. Say, hey, Mr. Mailman, what's your story?
Wait a minute. Aren't you Connor Price, KNW6 News?
In the flesh. Are you a regular viewer?
Absolutely. I like to catch up on the local goings-on right before reruns of Fries and the Hamburger.
I see. And is yours a Nielsen family? With an odometer and everything?
Can't say we are, no.
Then how does that help me? Huh? Gabe, if you don't know what you're doing, then why on God's green earth are you fiddling around with that engine?
Just thought I'd pop up in the hood, Mr. Price. What with the smoke and all? It needs to vent.
Needs to vent, huh? Never have I felt more like a busted car engine. God! I'm dying in this podunk country-ass town. Bunch of freaking yokels.
So...
Never meet your heroes.
Hey there. I see you've already had the privilege of the full Connor Price experience.
Quite the experience it was. Well worth the price of admission.
Yeah, Connor can be a bit much. Anyway, I'm Ilsa Richter, local TV segment producer turned car problem solver. And that sporting young man over there is Gabriel Serrano, local TV sound guy turned amateur mechanic. Emphasis on amateur.
Hey, I never claimed to know anything about cars. Just because I used to be a studio tech, Mr. Price put me on engine duty. Anyway, nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. I'm Thomas Weiss. Local mail carrier turned local TV reporter's punching bag?
Well, what I came to tell that local TV reporter turned mailbag puncher, I called a garage a couple miles down the road. They're on their way right now.
That's great, Ilsa. You're an even better car problem solver than you are a segment producer.
Flattery will get you everywhere, Gabe.
That must be Ben Young. You're in capable hands. He'll have you fixed up in no time.
God, I hope so. We need to get to Melville, and we're already way behind schedule.
Hey, Mr. Mailman. Come in here for a second, please.
Excuse me. Duty apparently calls. Happy travels. This is your alternative to working at the post office?
Uh-huh. Hey, I'm new here. All of a sudden, I have to check in 3 people at once who want their own rooms. Separate but close to one another, all equipped with TV VCRs. And, well, long story short, I need to reach Emily Weiss, stat. I'm guessing the local post guy would know where to reach her.
Right. Her number is 555, go take a hike. I'm shook at like how rude some of the options are for playing as the father.
I happen to know her home number by heart. It's 555-8039.
Thank you. 555-8039. Come on, pick up already.
I'll just leave the parcel here on the counter. Bye. They're already gone. Mighty fast towing there, Ben.
Wow. I'm not going to be rude to that guy because I feel like he might be neurodivergent. And that would be mean to not be understanding. We should be understanding of everyone, even if they're not really. I always think it's important to know that everyone's fighting battles that we can't see. Some we can see, some we can't see. We should probably, not that it's ever good to make assumptions, but we should live under the idea that everyone is going through it because life is hard, right? So I don't think that counts as making an assumption about people. It's just a kind of, whoa, there's birds that flew over, look. Geese. It's just a fact of life, you know. Good days and bad days, so try and be understanding of everyone. Sometimes it's easier to approach things from that angle, and even with your enemies, if you have them, to feel kind of, I mean, I say enemy, it sounds dramatic, right? But like, people that you don't get along with, perhaps at school, at work. If you're lucky enough to have a nemesis to add some drama to your life. Then just approach it from a place of empathy and maybe even pity, you know? You don't have to be empathetic towards them, but you can pity them. I feel like that sometimes that's easier to stomach than anger and toxicity, you know? I always approach it from like, I know who I am, and if someone doesn't like me, it's kind of like, well, I feel sorry for you, I guess, because you miss out on me. And there's clearly some stuff going on with you. Oh well. Okay, final parcel of the day. Oop, it's for the general store. Okay, let me park up. Look at me doing a proper parking job. Not to sound super old, but I am. But I do feel like in today's world, people are just so quick to judge and also to express that judgment on people in comments and... You know, what's this? Missing cat? Can we find it? People don't let people have their own ideas and opinions. People don't let people change for the better. It's just a sad state of affairs sometimes.
Yes, I understand.
So let's try and be the change we want to see.
Doesn't really matter what Maureen said. I can't help that her orders have been delayed because of the snow. She should have just ordered sooner. It's not like New Year's Eve appeared on the calendar out of nowhere.
That's true, but...
Oh, we're going to do New Year's as well.
2 weeks ago that she decided to throw a celebration at the diner. And once we're sure we can host a proper party for everyone, you are also invited.
That sounds an awful lot like blackmail to me. Please come to my party, Nancy. But first, hand over a football team supply of cheesy dip, quiche, and sloppy joes.
I'm sure she didn't mean it that way, and I'm sure you're more than welcome either way. But I have to run now. Bye, Nancy, and hi-bye, Thomas.
Bye, Kay.
Maureen Hennessy strikes again.
P.O. would be a boring place without her.
Boring? Drama-free might be the word you're looking for. One thing's for sure, she does not know how to run a business. Always bites off more than she can chew. And now I'm supposed to come to the rescue?
You could be a party savior. I know I'd never miss out on such an opportunity.
With the ridiculous discount she's demanding, it's mostly nothing but a great opportunity for a lot of extra work. Anyway,
great shot
of
just
parcel for me?
The stool.
Just put it on the counter.
She's talking. Why?
Sure thing, Nancy. Have a great day.
What a weird camera angle. Daddy with a Christmas tree. I feel like, yeah, maybe parking the car further away. That seemed to help the dialogue. I mean, I don't mind a little extra walk here and walking and talking to you. It's nice. back to the post office to end the day. December 26th, evening.
Hey, if it isn't Connor Price.
Oh, that's him, huh? He's taller than he looks on TV.
I was hoping you'd be spared the Connor Price experience. Suffice it to say, he was not friendly.
Wow, sounds like a real jerk.
Mr. Price, aren't you supposed to be in Melville?
Well, hey there. Good to see you, man. Yeah, change of plans, I'm afraid. Oh, hi, ma'am. I don't think we've met. Connor Price, KNW6.
Welcome to the Oregon Trail Motel, sir. Better get to work, honey. I'll see you tonight.
Why did it feel like Emily looked right at the camera during that last little bit of dialogue and like office
Christmas
style?
hangover?
You'll have to forgive my wife. She can be a bit protective of me.
Protective of you? Oh, I see. You told her about our little kerfuffle earlier. Listen, I'm man enough to admit that it wasn't my finest hour. I'm usually a lot more easygoing. In fact, the Willamette Week once called me one of the most likable faces in local broadcasting.
He was going through a battle we couldn't see. Interesting.
Well, my grandma used to say that it's easy to be nice when everything's fine. Staying nice when you're under pressure, that takes a bit more effort.
Preach, Grandma.
Well, when my car isn't breaking down during a tight shooting schedule, I'm a pretty swell guy. Believe me, that's the price guarantee.
So, you're obviously not in Melville.
No, that's the change of plans I was referring to. Turns out we need some parts that the garage doesn't have in stock, so Young's having them shipped over ASAP. But in the meantime, we've decided to stay right here in lovely, picturesque, whatchamacallit, USA.
It's Providence Oaks, P.O. for short.
Yeah, well, to be honest, all these little villages look pretty much the same to me anyway. See, we're supposed to be shooting some remotes on local end-of-year festivities and such. A grand kickoff to our special series on small-town American life. And it doesn't really make much of a difference if we start here or in freaking Melville.
Oh.
Except, of course, that Providence Oaks is way nicer than frickin' Melville.
I was gonna say, this town has warmth. I like warmth. And so do our viewers, I'm betting. So get ready for your town to be featured in part 1 of The Oregon Trail. Title pending. Might be a little too on the nose.
That is the same name as this motel, so I guess it isn't particularly original. My wife works here as a receptionist, but she's not the one who named it.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Real conversations with real Americans, right? But as fun as this is, I should be turning in. The three of us.
Weirdest yawn I've ever heard in my life.
Mine's non-smoking, unfortunately. Still beats Gabriel's. His doesn't even have a TV. Can you believe it?
Why did he deliver that line like that?
Oh, the irony.
Anyway, great banter. See you around, my main mailman.
Bye.
Interesting that I can be rude to old ladies, but I didn't have many options to be rude to him there. It was all, you know.
The yo-yo started out as a weapon in the Philippines during the 16th century, before being introduced to the United States as a toy in 1929. It weighed 4 pounds and had a 20-foot cord. Australian rower Bobby Pierce won the 1928 Olympic Games against 8 other competitors, even though he stopped during the race to let ducks pass in front of him.
December 27th. That weird little period between Christmas and New Year's when it feels like everything slows down, when mentally you're like, where am I? What's happening? You know? You don't have that sort of New Year oomph. You don't have the, it's a new year, it's a new me, let's go, let's get started. It's just leftover food, TV, relaxing. If you're lucky enough, you know, it's nice. It's a nice, but also odd period of time to exist in, isn't it? A delivery for the bookstore, which is on Main Street. It sounds like an actual Christmas song. I don't know if we've heard any of the new Christmas songs on the radio yet. Hello.
Hi, Beth. I got a delivery for you. Where do you want it?
Oh, dear Thomas. I almost didn't see you come in there. I was lost in thought, I suppose. Please just put it on the counter, if you will. Thank you. And thank you again for a lovely Christmas dinner. I had a marvelous time with you all.
We loved having you over, Beth, as always. Emily and I had a great time.
You're very welcome.
Although always is not going to last forever, it seems.
It never does, Thomas.
Well put, Thomas. I do like that.
Nothing stays the same and everything changes. It's the impermanence of life. Impermanence. When you say something profound and then I'm not sure if you used the right word or not, it's fine. Just say it with confidence and nobody has to know.
It was quite a shock for both Emily and myself, to be honest. We've known each other for so long. We're practically part of each other's furniture.
Let me guess. I'd be your bookshelf.
Yes, and we'd be your mailbox. Or I would be, I suppose.
There's a country song in there somewhere.
Oh, but I will miss you two. As Helen Keller once wrote, so long as the memory of certain beloved friends lives in my heart, I shall say that life is good.
Right.
We'll miss you too, Beth.
So, haven't you ever thought of moving closer to Meredith over all these years? She is living quite a ways away, right?
No. Even though I love my daughter like crazy, she never stops working. So moving out there wouldn't make much of a difference, I don't think. She's just like me, I guess. Can't sit still. She just takes bigger steps. Who knows?
Like her
Maybe
mother,
Meredith
Thomas.
will even make it out here one day. And there's always the phone, of course.
And don't forget the postal service.
Binding the nation together.
Well, I won't keep you any longer, Thomas. I need to sort through this new delivery you've just brought in. And believe you me, that's going to take me a while.
Maybe it's time for some new glasses.
Huh. Until next time, my friend.
Up and at 'em. See you, Beth.
I don't know what I'll do without these thrilling conversations, Beth, honestly. How will I live without you? If you be my bookshelf, I'll be your mailbox. Mailbox, get it? Because he's a man. I'll be your mailbox. You'll be my bookshelf. I was going to make some euphemisms then, but it's the wrong game for that kind of thing.
Fancy handwriting on this one.
We're being very chill and wholesome. The Baldur's Gate and dating sim thirst must not tarnish this lovely world. Honestly, don't know if there's going to be much more to this than... I mean, there'll be a little bit of storyline, I'm sure, but just walking around and even just that, just walking around here and putting some mail in the mailboxes, in the snow, seeing it all Christmassy, I'm glad that they made it. I'm glad that it exists, you know? It's nice. And it's not going to be for everyone. Plenty of people would just play this 30 seconds here and be like, oh, I'm well bored. What'd you even do? I mean, look at this. This is lovely. Look at that. I mean, that's just, you know. Maybe it benefits from the season and coming out, but I mean, why not? I think it's cute. Can I beat my horn? Just happily beeping away. I want him to... Oh, I broke it. Doesn't work. Okay. Just wanted to beep hello to people, because as if, you know, he must know everyone here. I'm sure they all know each other. Looks like about 50 people live here, honestly. I mean, this is a small town on another level, right? Literally one high street and a smattering of houses. Like, everyone would know everyone. It's not small town population, you know, 10,000. It's like a few hundred here, maybe. You can see how few houses there are. Oh, look at that big Christmas tree. I wonder if, like, just property and rates are so cheap. Like, how do these shops survive? Daddy with the Christmas tree on fire. That Christmas classic. You're listening to Christmas hits on copyright free. Coming up next, Mummy made a mince pie. Do you like mince pies? Oh, I thought it was that one. I'm so bad at, like, reading that little mini-map. No one would get the right mail here. The neighbours would forever have to be knocking on each other's doors and being like, sorry, I've got your mail again. Oh no, it's that Thomas. His eyes are going. He needs to retire. I mean, God bless him, but he don't half keep delivering the mail to the wrong place. Okay, we've got... Let's go up to the right first. Save the lady till last. The snow's really coming down, isn't it? You'd want to be driving way slower through this. You would absolutely be risking accident. Hearing my goose. Oh. The goose honk. Alright, who's this? Wow, delivering a parcel here. Nice place. Big side yard, but not a back garden. Lovely treehouse there. That's this 103 Vintage Street. Oh, hello. Why didn't you get the parcel out, mate? There you go, it's just a little one. A lot of lights. I feel like someone's going to answer here.
They must be out of town for the holidays.
Really, Thomas? There's 2 cars in the drive. I think they're avoiding you. And they've left all the lights on. And there's a freshly made snowman. Thomas is not a detective. Thomas is not Batman. He's the mailman. I like Thomas's boots, don't you? Rocking some Uggs. Are Uggs still a thing? Are Uggs still popular? I feel like they were popular for so many years. Are they still... Is someone watching this right now wearing Uggs? That's what I need to know. If you are, you have to comment. It's the rules. And also, if you do comment and other people are saying like, oh my god, Uggs are so out, even more so I wish you to comment, because we do what we want around here. We don't let others dictate what we wear and what we enjoy and what's in and what's out. We do what we feel, we do what we want. If you want to wear Uggs and you feel good in your Uggs, and your feet feel good and you feel good in yourself, you rock those Uggs. And I'm telling you, you look great in them. And if no one's wearing Uggs whilst watching this, but you have some, go and put them on, because what am I complimenting you for if you don't even have them on for? Like, what, that compliment's just for nothing, to go to waste? Affirmation? Go rewind the video, go put some Uggs on, and let me compliment you. Thank you. Oh, Fox. Oh my god, it's coming over. Can we say hello? Where'd it go? Look. Oh my god. Follow it like we're in Ghost of Tsushima. Look, it's so cute. Where's it going? Hi, baby. Hi. Come here. Oh my god, look at you all running. You're so clever. I love foxes. I mean, I love all animals, but foxes are cool. We get them all the time around here. Anywhere in London or outside of London, it's just like fox, fox, fox. Hi. Oh, can we throw it through the tree there? Man, I was really hoping there would be like it would come over and we could pet it or something. Not that that would happen in real life, or that you shouldn't really. They usually have a little nibble of you. You also want them to be kind of wary of people, really. So I've never fed the foxes or anything, even though you get loads around. Need them to keep their instincts to not trust people. Not everyone's so nice, little buddy. Sorry, everyone. There was a fox. You could have just gone around, you know? There's a big old road here for you to go around me. Is it up here? Have I taken... What? How do I... Oh no. Okay. I was looking at the minimap, thinking how would I get off up to this. But I'll work it out.
Up on the old logging road there, I had a parcel to deliver, so I pulled myself up off the road and wandered deeper into the woods. I'd had me a nice time seeing a little Hello?
You live here? What are you doing here? Are we fishing? Wait, what happened to the fishing? What?
Ah, look who's here.
Hey, Thomas. Yeah, I needed to take care of some stuff. Hardly any customers at the post office anyway.
Where's the manifesto?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll just drop by again a little later.
Or they could just get their stamps at the bookstore. Problem solved.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say that you're wrong there, Frank.
That big sucker you're carrying is for me, huh? Right on time. It's all coming together.
Okay, so I think we're going to lead up
Hey,
to New
Thomas,
Year's and then have a
you can keep a
fireworks
little
show.
secret, right?
Which will be so cute.
Of course, Frank.
Great. It's not a big deal in any case. A buddy of mine was able to get his hands on some premium quality fireworks. I'm selling them with a nice profit. And anything I can't sell, well, let's just say you want to be outside Moe's Diner when the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve.
Frank, that sounds illegal and dangerous. In other words, classic Frank Coleman. Just how I like it.
Haha, Thomas. Wouldn't life be boring without a walk on the wild side every now and then?
I mean, you live in the middle of nowhere, dude. Like, set some fireworks off.
This sounds pretty cool, Frank. I bet the whole town will talk about it for days.
Days? How about weeks? I've got a huge stockpile here. I better finish up, Thomas. Can't keep the customers waiting forever.
All right, Frank. See you at the office.
If this was any other kind of cozy, wholesome game story, I'd be like, oh, something's going to go wrong. There's going to be a fire. Someone's going to die. It's going to be really sad. But it's lake, so it's going to be lovely. And it's going to be a beautiful fireworks show, and I love fireworks. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 We're okay. Bum, 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 bum. There's a fishing spot there. I think it's just the... Like, seeing that on the minimap, you're like, oh my god, I can go fish. But it's just... It's the symbol for the fishing shack. Yeah, I love fireworks. I used to do New Year's Eve streams, and we would watch fireworks shows, videos, and like the live fireworks, and like videos of the Disney fireworks over the years, and just like hang out and have a drink and bring in the new year across the country, you know. Because it would be midnight my time.
Part and parcel.
And then I'd go on till like 4 or 5 in the morning, which would be East Coast midnight. And then I'd probably finish there, because to get to like California is insanity, you know. And obviously Europe's an hour ahead before me, so if you get on before, you get that midnight too.
Okay, so we still need to check Spanner Dam for the mood shots. According to this, it offers damn fine views, so...
Hey, Mr. Mailman. Come on over. Talk to us for a sec.
Gabe, we don't have time for idle chit-chat.
He can help us out, Ilsa. No one knows the town like a mailman. Right, Mr. Weiss?
Hey, Mr. Mailman, what you doing, delivering the mail?
Quite right. What do you need?
Yeah, Gabe. What do you need?
Well, we're scouting out this beautiful town of yours for our report on small town America. It's great, but we could use the inside track. So, any secret spots we're bound to miss, but shouldn't?
Well...
Go to the watchtower.
The watchtower up at Eagle Peak. You can take in the view among the treetops.
But make sure you watch out for those creaky steps.
Oh, hey, Maureen.
Maureen.
Now, here's your coffee, folks. Sorry for the delay. Faucet's been acting up again, which should have been fixed yesterday.
Oh, you want me to check on it, Miss Hennessy?
Oh, now look at you. My knight in woolen armor. Would you, dear?
I can take a look.
Well, isn't that nice of you? Back of the kitchen,
The
honey.
hoodie's made of wool.
Ashley, someone
it's gonna
who
be cotton.
does know what he's doing is coming in. Show him where the busted faucet is. And stay out of his way. Ashley's a sweetheart, but when it comes to fixing things, that boy is all thumbs.
See, this is what the segment should be. Interacting with the townsfolk, helping out. I love it.
Oh, such a nice fellow.
Yeah, you're in good hands, Maureen. Gabriel may look and act like a naive little pup, but he can fix anything. Well, except for our van. But other than that...
Oh, is that a fact? Well, in that case, I can think of a few more things he could fix around here, if you catch my drift.
Your love life?
Classic Maureen.
Let me just go check him out. Check on him, I mean.
So, anyway.
Alright.
So?
Oh, wait. You had the Connor Price experience the other day. Have you recovered yet?
I actually encountered him outside the motel yesterday evening. We had a nice chat about your new plans.
Really? Oh, did he greet you with, "Good to see you, man"?
Yes. How did you know?
That's his go-to when he's forgotten your name.
Rude.
It's
I didn't need to know
"Good
that.
to see you, man" for guys and "Hey, lady" for gals.
Really?
Wouldn't worry about it, though. He called me Lisa for the better part of a year. Connor's a lot. But I guess after this week, I can update my resume with not just segment producer and car problem solver, but also Connor Price wrangler.
You know, you remind me of my daughter. Smart, tough, a little too hardworking.
Oh? And does her cynical demeanor mask her deeply felt insecurities and profound loneliness, too? Kidding. Or am I? I'm not as tough as I look. Sometimes that whole Connor Price experience can get to me. At least Gabe's a welcome antidote, that big old puppy dog.
You crush
He's
him.
as uncomplicated as Connor is complicated.
Well now, sounds like someone is getting a little warm under the collar for our
The way she
Gabriel.
just reappeared.
Just between you and me, honey, I have a hunch that feeling is more than mutual.
Maureen, you shouldn't startle people like that.
All I know is, I just spent 5 minutes with our knight in the kitchen, and during that time, he mentioned Ilsa about 12 times.
Really? Well,
Fawcett's all better now, Mo. And we should be hitting the road right about now.
Right. Thanks, Maureen.
What was
nice
with the
talking to
gulp?
you, Thomas.
Why was there a random gulp
Bye now,
there?
folks. Be sure to check in again soon, you hear? Huh, these TV folks sure know how to liven things up, don't they?
Indeed, Maureen.
All right.
They're the talk of the town, all right.
Oh, that reminds me. You know about my little New Year's Eve shindig, right? I'm counting on you and Emily. We'll party like it's 1986.
Ah, it's
Because it will
1985.
be.
Wow, it's early. That's ancient. All right, we'll be there.
Of course we'll be there. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Best get back to it. See you, Mo.
Bye now.
The 80s, baby. And I thought it was the 90s. My bad memory. I mean, the thing is, right, is the old decade.
In the olden days. Now listen, sit down, Grandpa, and tell your story.
In, you know, life moved and technology moved at such a slower pace that really late 80s and the 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, not much different. Not much different, really. In a lot of ways. Hard to differentiate with them in a place like this, especially a small town America. Oh, hang on. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had a delivery at the door. How funny. Playing a mailman and getting some mail from my mailman. Little package. What was I saying? Like, They haven't moved since I stopped to go see the fox. They've just been sat here the whole time. Miss, are you okay? I think she died whilst I was... she froze to death whilst I was chasing a cute fox. Yeah, I guess like time advanced slower, right? And now technology and everything else moves at such a quicker pace. Everything's so distinct just from the advances in computing and phones. How phones and social media changed the world and society through the sort of those early 2000s makes the world a lot more recognizable of its era, you know? And even more so, I feel like the last few years, everything feels completely different to 10 years ago. It's just, everything's speeding up. And with AI, man, 5 years from now, the world's going to be a different place.
I'll get it. Hello?
Very good evening. Am I talking to Mrs. Emily Weiss?
Yes, sir, that would be me.
Ah, fantastic. It's a pleasure to talk to you. My name is Christian Carmichael, and I represent Fly into Florida.
Oh, hi there.
I have great news for you, Mrs. Weiss. It's been a while, but do you perhaps remember entering into our Fly into Florida sweepstakes?
Now that you mention it,
We won?
I think so. Yeah. Was that the one on the back of the juice carton?
You guys ever win any competitions?
And I am more than happy to tell you that you are the winner of the grand prize.
Is this a scam?
Grand prize? Wow, fantastic. I'm afraid I've forgotten what it was. Could you refresh my memory a little bit?
No problem, Mrs. Weiss. You have won a 2-week trip to Florida for two.
Wow, Florida? Really? I won? I have never won anything in my life. Hold on, I need to tell my husband. Honey, we won. I'm talking to a gentleman from Fly into Florida. And he says we've won a 2-week holiday for two.
Is it a scam?
Get out of here. Florida? Wow.
I don't want to dampen her enthusiasm.
Isn't it great? We're so happy. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You've got plenty of time to let it all sink in. Next, we'll be sending you an extra special
If she
envelope.
actually entered it,
It will
then...
contain a confirmation letter, airline tickets, hotel tickets, and I totally forgot to say this earlier, a $500 check covering any additional expenses.
Wow. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, it most definitely is, Mrs. Weiss. And we'll be making sure you both have the time of your life. There's one thing I must stress. The dates can't be altered. So if you have plans for the first 2 weeks of September, this would be a great moment to change them. And I hope this answers all of your questions for now. Congratulations on winning. And we look forward to seeing you fly into Florida.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I think I need to sit down for a moment. Florida.
I believe...
that's Robert. Sorry, honey. I can't
That's
celebrate
where we
with you right now. But I'll make it up to you tomorrow night at Moe's.
In Lake.
I will hold you to that.
And that's why Meredith
Have fun on the ice,
is
son.
covering
And when you start
Dad's
to freeze
mail
out
job.
there, just think of sunny Florida.
I think. You'll have to go and watch my full playthrough of Lake, available on the channel right now from when the game originally released.
Boy, drilling a hole, getting that fire pit going. Ice fishing's a lot of work. And it's cold, but we're fishing all right.
I feel like Thomas has no emotions, not a single emotion in his in his little body, his heart, and his brain.
Are you sure that the fire won't melt the ice? I didn't bring my swim trunks.
Don't worry, Thomas. He travels mostly upwards. And hopefully also in our direction.
Reminds me of the long dark.
It's nice out here. This setting could use a guitar.
Yeah, some guitar tunes would sound nice right now.
It'd be a shame to disturb the peace now, though. Hey, what was Emily going on about when I picked you up? You guys are going to Florida?
Yeah, apparently we won a 2-week trip.
Wow, congrats. Not that Florida's my cup of tea, if I'm honest.
Someplace else you'd rather go?
I'm perfectly fine staying right here.
Just two simple broken men sitting on the ice next to a fire.
P.O. is great, but is it also a good place to meet someone?
I know what you're hitting at. The answer's no, of course. But maybe this is what I need right now.
I suppose this feels a little bit more profound if you get with him in Lake, because you can have him as an ending.
Yeah, just give it a little time. Or a lot. Nothing wrong with that.
Wouldn't it be ideal if Mrs. Wright dropped by my house one day?
Which she would if you went with that, but I went with Angie, the video girl.
Certainly. And also quite improbable. But you never know.
Let's drink to that. Would be a shame if Emily filled that flask of yours for nothing.
Kind of like classic single thinking there of like, why am I single? Wouldn't it be great if they just like, someone just fell in my lap? Someone just knocked on my door and we had like a rom-com romance or whatever. Maybe more rom than com. And it's like, whilst simultaneously making zero effort to meet someone, you know? Just like, why am I single? Nobody loves me. And it's like, no one even knows you're around. You're just in your house, you know? Gotta put in the work.
Ha! Finally, a sensible remark.
Cheers,
Robert.
Now let's catch a fish and get the hell out of here.
Fair play to anyone who has a lovely, like, romance movie story of how they met. Must be nice, you know?
Hey, Thomas, you have a minute?
Gotta be so rare in today's world. Like, if you met someone today, it's like, what's everyone gonna just be like, oh, we met on an app? It's like, no offense to anyone who did. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's today's world, which is obviously what we're talking about, with this being the late 80s, mid-80s. But, yeah, that's kind of sad that people don't have a good story anymore other than we swiped on each other.
Sure, Frank. What's up?
No shade.
Listen, I just got a heads up from one of my buddies at HQ. He said Walter Morgan left for P.O. with tires screeching. I need to lay low for a while. If you see him, you haven't seen me, okay?
Gotcha, Frank. Don't worry about him.
Holy crap! Morgan's on the premises! I'm not here.
Good morning, Mr. Weiss.
It's, good morning, Good Morgan, Mr. Morning.
Good Morgan, Mr. Morning.
I'm looking for Frank. Could you tell me where he is, please?
The fact you can out him.
Frank?
No snitch.
Frank Coleman? Haven't seen him here.
And where is he, if he's not here?
He's probably out delivering. Could be anywhere.
I guess I'll have to be patient then. We received a report that a man with a mustache dressed in a light blue shirt was offering illegal fireworks to people in the postal office parking lot.
Jim Gordon.
If that man is Frank, and I'm sure it is, then that's strike 3 for Mr. Coleman. Please tell him I'm looking for him.
I know I said I wasn't Batman, but seeing this guy, maybe I am.
Is he gone?
Yes, Frank.
Holy crap, that was a close call. Thanks so much, Thomas. I guess Frank Coleman's going into hiding for a while.
That sounds like a good idea, Frank.
See you Sunday evening. I guess we'll have to play poker with the curtains closed.
Uh-huh. Another day. Another dollar. But I guess, you know, what were even
Happy
people's...
Saturday, everyone! Get ready for a pet peeve
I don't
from
wanna...
Joseph.
It's so loud, that radio show. But what, you know, what were people's stories in the olden days, right? Like, oh, we met in a bar, we met in a club, we went to school together, we met at college.
but instead got treated to
He approached me in a coffee shop.
puns and gratuitous violence.
I guess, really, who does have an interesting story? If you have an interesting story, let us know in a comment below. Phone on in. Dude, I would love to do a radio show and you could, like, actually phone in. How fun would that be?
Satisfied customer. Unless it's
Give us a call. As they used to say, send it in a postcard. And then you'd have to wait like a week to hear stuff. What would be the most romantic way to like meet someone? What's the best start? High school sweethearts is pretty cute. Oh wait, it's a package. Or college sweethearts, stuff like that.
Did Christmas gift?
God. He bumped into me in the hall. I dropped my books that I was taking to donate to the orphans all over the floor, and he helped me pick them all up. And he said, "Oh, I love that one. That's my favorite." And I was like, "Mine too." And he said, "Do you want to maybe get a festive coffee and talk about it?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." The worst. Very Hallmark. Oh gosh. I was in a bookstore and this guy was reading my favorite book. He was sat in the little like coffee area of the bookstore, and he was really cute, so I couldn't help but go over and say, "That's a really good one." And he was like, "Oh yeah? Tell me about it."
There we go.
And I said, "I'll tell you something. Why are they all around books? I don't know. You should listen to my podcast, Down to Sleep. That's Down to Sleep on Spotify, YouTube, Patreon, and everywhere you get podcasts. Let me know your perfect way of meeting the love of your life. In a comment below. What would be the best? Ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. I feel like all the cute ones you couldn't really like say I took my pet to a vet and the vet was like really cute and nice and we struck up a conversation, but I feel like that would be seen as inappropriate, you know. A lot these days is, you know, you can't with people. If they're working, like it's I guess the done thing is, you know, don't flirt with anyone, don't put that out there. So you'd be so wanting to be appropriate that you would never have that. You would miss that chance. But how do you ever know, I suppose? Because people are just nice to you, right? And if people are nice to you, it doesn't mean they're like flirting with you. Right? You know? But then maybe they are and I'm just blind. I don't know. I've been told that I'm a bit naive to people's flirting before. But I'm like, oh, they're just being nice. And they're like, no, they weren't. Why are you walking in the middle of the road like that? That's a Hello Friendly beep, I swear. But then how embarrassing if someone was just being nice to you and you were like, oh, you like, do you want to go do something? And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just being professional. I'm at work. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yikes. Wrong package. General store, after you, miss.
Ah, there you are. Could you bring this box over to the diner? And if they ask, there's no discount.
Sure, why not?
Thanks. And remember, no discount.
Roger that.
No, I'm doing a delivery. unregulated. Alright. Wait, what's it's a little speech bubble there. Oh, that's the diner, okay. So let's go to the right and then we'll loop back around and we'll finish there. This is where I feel like I could have totally got into doing that Euro Truck Sim game if it was a bit more cute and not as realistic and me crashing all the time. Just anything that lets me just ramble on to you. With a little bit of story. Is, you know, nice. I hope that you like it. Pop that in there. And one parcel up here and then down to the diner. Speaking of this game, I feel like it's had a very nice pace. I've enjoyed it. I'm loving delivering the mail. The character conversations haven't been very interesting. There isn't much happening. But I'm okay with that. But I would note that it's, you know...
Okay, let's get this to its destination.
I don't know if I even need the cutscenes, really. I would still be having the same amount of fun that I'm having. If anything, the cutscenes are getting in the way of my enjoyment sometimes. So I would wish for a bit more oomph, but I mean, it's not that kind of game.
Yet another heavy package for you, Ben.
Let me take that off your hands, Thomas. You know, I feel guilty enough as it is. Having you lug around those car parts week in and week out.
That's the job, Ben. Neither snow nor rain nor heavy packages.
Stay these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds.
Catchy.
I'm serious, though. If you don't mind me saying, you're getting up there.
Hey, Ben,
And
mind your
thinking of
business.
hanging up the old coat and bag?
Hey, we can't all have our daughters follow in our footsteps when we retire the way
Or
you
can we?
Well, that's true enough. Son of a gun. Is the engine parts for the news van. Didn't expect them to come in so soon.
I'd better leave you to it then.
Yep. With any luck, that thing will be up and running before the end of the day.
Godspeed, my friend.
And the same to you, old-timer.
Old-timer? The hell? It's weird because it's... People think that at some point your brain changes and you accept being called that, because I don't think it does. I feel like you kind of probably still feel young in your brain. I mean, I still feel younger in my brain than I am, I think. And I can't imagine that changing too much. So when people are like, hey, old timer, you'd be like, dude, like, I'm just a young person in my head, really. Like, you mature, but you're an adult that's falling apart. You don't become an oldie in your brain. So next time you're gonna call me an old timer, why don't you bite your tongue, young man? Was that fox again? It is. Oh my god, it like lives around here. It's the exact same place. I think in playing the first game I saw a deer once or twice. I don't know if we saw a fox. This is why I don't drive. I would just like slam on the brakes in the brakes in the middle of nowhere.
Slam on the bakes.
Me presenting Bake Off. What's that? A bird? Oh. Thought it was a deer right after I said it, so I got excited. But if I lived somewhere like this, you know, big, quiet, open roads, I'd learn to drive. But around London and stuff, not a chance. You couldn't pay me. No, thank you. Stressful.
Oh, please tell me that's a big box full of snacks from the general store?
This is a big box full of snacks from the general store. Are you free
of charge?
Oh, did Nancy Carlisle mention anything about a discount?
Oh, right, yes. I believe she said no discount.
No discount? Is Nancy Carlisle really trying to charge me full price for snacks that are about to go past their expiration dates?
I'm just here to deliver the box, Maureen.
She'd better give me that discount, but I wouldn't put it past her to charge full price for snacks she'd otherwise have to throw out in a few weeks anyway. That heartless creature.
Maureen, easy now. She just drives a hard bargain.
Pardon my French, Thomas, but she always manages to drive me up a wall. I'll stop bothering you now. I'll think of something, don't you worry.
Oh, it's a funny story.
Thomas staying out of the drama, as should we all.
You can keep that there toxicity to yourself, Maureen. Do you want the snacks or not?
Back to the post office. Oh, look how hazy it is. The mountains like hidden in cloud cover. Lovely. Oh, didn't mean to turn the radio on. Skittle down, bounce, skittle down, bam, pippin, bam, 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 bam. Dude, it'll be so sad when the Christmas lights are down.
Hello, Thomas.
Hi there, Beth. What brings you here?
I saw you arrive just now, so I decided to venture across the road with a minor request.
She sprinted over here.
What's so important that you came out here in the cold?
It's just one small thing, I promise, and, well, I suppose you can see what it is. A first gift to the little one, you see, since Christmas in Georgia fell through. It just needs an address, and I'm not sure where to put it. Could I leave this with you so you could make sure it gets where it needs to go? I have the information right here on an old envelope. It's the return address in the top corner.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Beth. I can understand that labeling a package like this can seem daunting. Bears will do that to you.
Bar.
You're a real gentleman, Thomas. Thank you.
Every game.
I have a stack of returned holiday gifts that need sorting before I close.
I've handled many a strange
I feel like
parcel
you should
in
put
my
it in a
day.
box.
Not to worry.
That thing's
I'll
not
take
gonna
care of it.
survive
Thank you, Thomas.
getting to
Truly.
Georgia in that kind
I'll
of
get
wrapping.
the postage to you later, I promise. Oh, and please tell Emily I have a great idea for this Sunday's girls' night. It's a surprise. Bye now.
Sure. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Grumble, grumble, more work for me, grumble, grumble.
Hello? Hi, Meredith. It's us. Your dad is standing right next to me.
Hiya.
Hi. Shouldn't you two be at Moe's right now?
Yeah, we're about to jump in the car, but we wanted to share some exciting news with you. Oh, first things first, though. How was your Christmas?
Well, I worked. And Tess and I made a Christmas meal you probably won't ever find in a cookbook. But we had a lovely evening. Thanks, Mom. Can I get the exciting news now, please?
Okay, so your dad and I will fly into Florida this September. I won a sweepstakes.
Get out of here. Wow, that's so awesome, Mom. Florida in September. Beats the PO weather, huh?
Oh, sure does.
Dad, are you excited as well?
Sure.
I sure am.
Aren't you worried about flying there? Last time you came to visit, it took a few hours for that green tinge to leave your face.
Oh, Meredith, don't make it worse than it was.
Fine. Maybe he just boozed too much on the plane. Have you checked if the flight includes free cocktails? Best bring your flask, Dad, just in case.
Hey, don't give your old man such a hard time. It's bad enough he had to miss his daughter at Christmas.
Oh, well. I may not have been there, but at least my boss called to interrupt your dinner. Sorry about that, by the way. Rest assured he was appropriately ashamed.
We all make mistakes, Meredith. Some of us just more than others.
I can't disagree there. Oh, hey, you two shouldn't keep Maureen waiting.
You're right about that. Your dad will go and get the car warmed up, right, honey?
That's my cue. Bye, Em. Take care.
I want to know
Bye.
what makes Thomas
Have
happy.
fun tonight.
What makes this guy feel joy? What makes this guy feel some emotion? Like, I need some sort of emotional
Thanks for getting the car all toasty
apex
for us,
for him.
honey.
Because he's very two-dimensional. And it's, like, sad to see. It's like, he's just this like... It feels like he's shut down and he's just like doing whatever anyone asks of him and being very passive and stuff. I mean, we could have played... It's like either you play him like that or you seem to like play him like a jerk and say stuff, but I would love to see him sort of come out with something before the end of this, I think.
You're very welcome, dear. It's my pleasure.
We've been doing this for decades now, and I've never stopped looking forward to spending my Saturday evening here with you.
Cute.
I feel the same way, Em. I'm a lucky man to have you.
Nice, this is nice.
Good evening, you two beautiful people. Ready to order? Or should I just write down pancakes for lovely Emily and a T-bone steak for Big Thomas here?
Oh, Maureen, your intuition never ceases to amaze me. It sure is pancake time for me again.
Change it up, Thomas.
Hold your horses, Maureen. I think I might have something else. I'll have pancakes, too.
You got it. Be right back, folks. Ashley, it's pancake time!
I love pancakes.
This will never get old. But Beth making surprise plans and this Florida trip landing in our lap got me thinking a little bit. If we're getting close to being able to do whatever we feel like doing, does that mean we should stay in PO forever?
Florida sure sounds like a nice place. Lots of fishing, no ice.
The warmth is the main selling point for me, I must admit. And it's not like your arthritis will stop acting up in weather like this.
I am looking forward to that Florida trip the more I think about it. It's a perfect opportunity to test the waters.
Oh, wasn't it nice the way Meredith reacted to the news? Although I'm sure she's a little envious.
Yeah. When's the last time she had a few days off and left the big smoke?
Okay, folks, while Ashley's busy in the kitchen, it's time to fill Moe in on a few details. A little birdie told me you two were off somewhere fancy.
Maureen, I was planning on telling you and the girls all about it tomorrow evening. But I'm sure you've also heard it's Florida in September.
Florida in September. Oh, imagine that. Oh, I'm so happy for you two.
Thanks, Maureen.
Is it nice in September? Is it hot in September?
Have you ever been to Florida?
Are you offering your ticket to me? Oh, Thomas, that's so nice of you.
Nice try, Maureen. Nice try. But the only one sitting next to me on that plane is my man.
Are you totally sure about that, though? I heard that a certain Walter Morgan will probably not be very lenient with holiday requests from the postal office employees.
Haha, Morgan. His bark is always worse than his bite.
It's
If
like
Walter
a year
Morgan
away.
gets in the way of that, I'll get in his way.
I don't think I'm supposed to actually run a bar, but sure, all right.
Oh, that means dinner's almost ready. Be right back, folks.
See, things like this, they bother me sometimes. Maureen's a sweetheart, but it's almost impossible to have a private life here.
That sure is true. Would be nice to walk around somewhere without everyone calling you mailman.
That's a good thing about working at the motel. Most of the people I'll never see again. Oh, Maureen's heading this way again. Let's just enjoy our lovely dinner together, shall we?
We shall. Have I already told you that you look wonderful tonight?
Look alive, folks. 2 plates of the good stuff.
Cute. I guess maybe he is just a simple man, just wants to do his job and be with his woman. He just lives for those Saturday nights.
Oh, Thomas, my dear, sweet husband.
The one and only. No autographs.
Oh, the sweetest man alive. Always prepared to help out anyone who asks for a favor, even on his
The
Sunday
picture
off.
on the right kills me.
Okay, what needs
That's
doing?
there of
The
the
motel
lady.
called, and, well, the TV crew would very much like to rent some movies from the Flick Shack today. But I couldn't just let poor little Angie ferry them over in this weather, so...
Like, is that AI generated? Why does she look like that?
So you promised them I'd do it?
Bingo! Would you, dear? Pretty please.
Of course, Em. You've been so busy lately. It'll be my pleasure.
Oh, thank you so
He's
much,
a good
darling.
man.
Tell you what, I'll make some extra tasty snacks for your poker night tonight. How's that?
It's a deal.
Like, man's just sitting quietly in the kitchen,
Thomas
drinking a
Weiss
coffee,
says I
staring
live
at the
and
wall,
breathe.
waiting for his
What
poker
in
night to begin.
tarnation are you doing out and about in the mail truck on a Sunday?
I'm worried about Thomas.
What? Coming over to see my favorite video store clerk isn't reason enough?
No, but seriously, you've come to pick up some movies for the KNW6 crew, right?
Oh, what gave it away?
Your wife called ahead.
The old ball and chain has me running errands. Damn.
Happy to do it for Emily. And for you. And for the TV crew. Parts of it, anyway.
But first things first. So, what's the hot gossip on these out-of-towners?
Well... There's Gabriel Serrano. He's the sound guy. Nice guy. Full of vim and vigor.
Sounds delightful. What about the rest?
Being described as full of vim and vigor just sounds like an insult.
Ilsa Richter is their producer. Competent, sarcastic. She kind of reminds me of my daughter.
Well, then I'd like to meet your daughter someday. Because Ilsa I've met. Came into the store yesterday asking about PO and whether I liked it here. Cute as a button, that one. And only in town for a couple days. Perfect for a girl on the rebound. Shame she's into men. One in particular.
Are you sure? How do you figure?
The way her eyes lit up when she mentioned that colleague of hers, Gabriel. Trust me, a girl knows. So anyway, let's get down to brass tacks. According to Emily, our intrepid reporters have 2 rooms equipped with VCRs between them. One for Connor Price, KNW6, and one for Ilsa Richter.
Great. I know what we should get for Connor.
Network.
Network. 'Cause he's mad as hell and he won't take it anymore.
Great idea. But Connor's already made his pick. Octopussy.
Oh.
It says it's James Bond's all-time high. I guess they forgot about that time he went to the moon.
Fine by me. And what did Ilsa choose?
That's where we come in. See, she wants us to pick the movie she'll be watching with her colleague, Gabriel. Thomas, she wants us to pick the movie she'll be watching with Gabriel.
Pick a romantic thing.
We can play matchmaker by picking something romantic. Got it.
Exactly. Guide Cupid's arrows, so to speak. After all, 'tis the season.
For a little post-Christmas magic? Maybe.
You and Emily are regular customers, so you know what I have available. So, which film will it be?
Love Story, Trading Places, Scarface. Well, I guess Love Story would be the one. Trading Places is a great movie, though.
Trading Places. That one's a hoot and a half.
Thomas, that's not a romantic movie.
Oh.
Gosh.
Sorry,
Let me pick something else, then.
Scarface.
What about Scarface? I know I enjoyed that one.
Thomas, that's not a romantic movie. Gosh.
Oh, sorry. A love story.
Let's go with Love Story. Or is that too on the nose?
It's perfect, and we won't risk being too subtle. It has love right there in the title.
Great. Love Story it is.
The dynamic duo of stupid Cupid strikes again. Although I suppose this is our first strike. Anyway, here's hoping that this is the start of a beautiful love story.
We'll see. Anyway, I'd best be on my way, getting these to the motel.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, Thomas. My car, much like myself, is not built for snow. Say hi to Emily.
Will do. Bye, Angie.
Alright. Gonna deliver some movies to play matchmaker. Like I got anything better to do. Oh, I don't actually need to put anything in the back. Just gonna scooch on in and head over to the motel. Enjoy these beautiful Christmas lights. Love that it's snowing. Prancing reindeer. I saw a video the other day of a moose jumping. Those things jump high and far, majestically. Crazy. Like something out of a fantasy film. Fox. 3 times. Around the corner we go. Hazy, hazy, hazy. Yeah, we're like barely seeing any other cars. I suppose because it's winter and snowing, it makes sense that there's less cars on the road. Kind of just chill and swerve all over the shop here. Don't have to worry about a thing. Looking up at the trees. I think it didn't feel like this long of a drive last time we came up here. Long drives are so tedious, aren't they? It's like, what do? just chat, I suppose. It's okay if you have good company. Like a long drive in a taxi or something? Oh, the worst. Oh, where's the pull-in? There. Is there one around the back as well? Because that's where I was going to go. Yeah, there is. Okay, good. Nailed it. Do I have delivery, or is it just in my bag? It's in my bag, okay. Dropping them off in the main reception, I guess.
Special delivery. Movies from the Flick Shack.
Right. Well, great news. You get to play belated Santa yourself. Room 6 for Richter.
Oh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Room 6. Number 1. Number 2. 3 and 4. 5 and 6.
Movie delivery for Connor Price Wrangler Ilsa Richter.
Yes?
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Price. I thought this was Ilsa's room.
No, that's room 9, but think nothing of it, my guy. Ooh, you got me my Bond movie.
Here it is. Don't forget to be kind. Rewind.
Love it. You know, Moore's an even better 007 than Connery. He just oozes that classy British wit. Thank you so much. Dun, da, dun, da, 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 dun, dun, da, 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 ta-da, ta-da, pow.
Oh boy. Number 7. I wonder if I can knock on random doors. No? Shame. Number 9.
A movie delivery for Ilsa Richter.
Yay. Good to see you, Thomas. So, what movie did you and Angie pick for me and Gabe?
Here you go.
Love story. Haven't seen this one. What's it about? Tennis?
No, actually, it's about...
I'm joking. I'm sure it's a story about love of some kind. Let me guess, this was Angie's pick.
Well, let's just say it was a group effort.
Okay. Well, color me curious. Hope it's age appropriate for big old puppy dogs. Oh, speaking of, on your way out, could you give a quick knock on Gabe's door, just so he'll know it's movie time? It's room number 2.
Will do.
Great. See ya.
I'm just a butler, dude. I'm just this town's butler. Like, I'm already doing this job for you guys on a Sunday. Getting suited up on my day off. Delivering movies. And now I'm just knocking on the door to play matchmaker for you here. I mean, I know it's to get the story, but imagine in real life you'd be like, what am I?
Gabriel Serrano, the lady in room number 9 humbly requests your presence for an evening of home cinema.
Thanks, Thomas. I'll be right over.
My work here is done.
Okay, Ben. Question for you.
Coconut.
Do you have that ace or not? You don't have to say yes or no. Just say anything. All I need to hear is one word from you to know if you're bluffing. Nothing? Not even a twitch or a blink? All right, I'll do the talking. I'm all in.
Call.
And and he just instantly calls me. Great. I don't even need to see your hand. Well played, sir.
Thanks, Jack. You got unlucky there.
I don't know. I just don't have the patience for poker. You know, reading a poker book ain't gonna change that. Hey, Thomas? Why are the curtains closed, by the way? Last time I checked, home games are legal.
It's probably better if Frank answers that question.
I sure can. Walter Morgan's on my tail. Someone snitched on me, and now I need to lay low until
Never
I have
changes
a
out of his
good
uniform.
enough alibi.
Morgan again? What'd you do, Frank? I hope you didn't put ladies' underwear in his briefcase again.
And please tell me you stopped putting dead rats in his exhaust.
The classics. No, I didn't prank him at all this time. He's just out to get me. All I did was sell fireworks to someone. He said something about that being my third strike. I might actually lose my job, fellas.
Don't you think he's bluffing, Frank?
I'm afraid not, Thomas. I'm not gonna call his bluff in any case. I just need a plan.
I'm guessing they don't have any photographic evidence. Pictures of you selling these fireworks?
Just that there's a guy fitting my description. What are you getting at?
I might have a little plan. But let's first play a few more hands. I'm down almost $30.
One sec, Jack. Frank, I'm curious. We know Walter Morgan has a few reasons to dislike you, but why do you dislike him?
I could tell you why, but it's not a pretty tale. And it better not leave this room, kitchen.
Sure, Frank.
My lips are sealed, for once.
Okay.
You know I'm no snitch, Frank.
Thanks, boys. All right, so this one time back in the summer of '69, it was before I started working in P.O. There were a couple of pesky stray dogs wandering around HQ. I say pesky, but they never really hurt anyone. Just got a little excited if you walked past them eating a sandwich or whatever. Can't blame them, huh? They were hungry, even though I fed them every now and then. Morgan found out, of course, and after one complaint too many, he took matters into his own hands, or should I say, feet. He lured a couple of them behind his car, and before I knew what was going on,
What?
It was too late. I heard a loud and gut-wrenching howl.
What?
I saw two dogs run away, and Smokey, my favorite one, limped after them. It's the last time I ever saw those sweet dogs. Then Walter Morgan looked me straight in the eye with a smug grin on his face, and he said, "This is how you do a proper job, Frank." I can still see that grin when I close my eyes.
Okay, that does it. Walter Morgan is now on my eternal shit list, and I'll make sure the rest of P.O. knows about it.
I'm sorry, this, is such a... just, the darkest, meanest story came out of nowhere in this game, and then that guy swore? What?
Poor Smokey. Dogs can survive a broken leg, right?
What a despicable human being. I can't believe he did that.
Well, he didn't. I was joking, of course.
Oh.
I don't really have a good reason for disliking Walter
Frank,
Morgan.
the hell?
That boring old pencil pusher just rubs me the wrong way.
Damn it, Frank, you had us good.
Okay, folks, ante up. Here we go again.
Huh. It's Monday morning.
Thomas, over here.
Hey, Frank. Thanks for filling up the dumpster.
I wish that was all I was doing here. I'm trying to stay out of sight. Looks like Morgan will be at the post office all day. Listen up. Jack and I cooked up a little plan. I'm sure Morgan will be gone soon, but I gotta get out of here now. You haven't seen me.
All right.
Oh, Thomas, hello there. Could you be a sweetheart and bring that over to me?
Of course.
Oh, careful now. Robert cleared most of the snow, but it's still a bit slippery. Thank you so much. If only I still had the balance and agility of my feline friends. Oh, and good day to you, of course.
Genevieve.
Good day to you too, Mildred. And Genevieve.
Thomas, honestly, this isn't Genevieve.
Oh.
It's Mortimer. They look nothing alike. Isn't that right, Mortimer?
Oh,
Mary
pardon me,
meow.
I can't quite keep track of all your cats.
Well, I do have a lot of them,
How many?
but not quite as many as there are streets in Providence Oaks. And you can keep those apart.
Wow.
So, what do you have for me today, Thomas?
Just a letter.
Let's see. This sounds interesting. Apparently, I need to make a few copies of this letter, and if you send this letter along with $5 to the first 6 people on this list, your name will be added to the bottom. Soon enough, your name will
Pyramid
rise
scheme.
to the top. Then many people will send you $5. You will earn lots of money with one small investment. Oh, what a great idea! What do you think, Mortimer?
It's a scam.
Mildred, that's a classic chain letter scam. Don't fall for it. No one ever got rich off of one of those. Well, except for the post office.
Are you sure, Thomas? They make it sound so easy.
Trust me.
Trust me on this, Mildred. If you've seen one pyramid scheme, you've seen them all.
$30 is quite a bit of money. I'll think about it.
You do that, Mildred. See you at Moe's tomorrow night?
Probably. Bye, dear.
So sad how some people take advantage of people who are naive or old or, you know. Spin it round. It's a shame in a way that it is a prequel because I feel like I would feel more emotionally connected to Thomas if this was maybe my first experience of this world. I would be thinking, is he gonna die? You know, I'd be expecting all of the sort of sad indie game, cozy game feels that come out of nowhere with these kinds of games sometimes. You're like just enjoying a lovely story and then boom, something happens and you go, oh my god, I will never recover from this. But again, this game is just it's like a warm blanket. Oh, turning off here. Ah, the news is here.
Bert's out of town for the holidays, but he did ask me to keep an eye on his place. Seems to be in order.
Oops, did I ding that? I wonder if we can go spy on what they're doing.
Okay, are we rolling?
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Okay, let's get this in one. I'm freezing my ass off. When Chekhov saw the long winter, he saw a winter bleak and dark and bereft of hope. Yet we know that winter is just another step in the cycle of life. In the summer months, this lake is bustling with activity. As the local fishermen cast their rods, the tourists plunk down hard-earned cash to rent a boat and spend a delightful sun-soaked day on the water. Not so during this particularly harsh winter, however. Now the watery heart of Providence Oaks finds itself completely frozen over. No, that won't do as an analogy because now we're sort of implying that residents have grown cold-hearted during the winter. Doesn't work, doesn't scan.
Yeah, and what was with that Chekhov stuff?
I don't get it. Chekhov? Like from Star Trek?
All right. Let's try something else. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. How's it going?
See, now there should totally be an option for Thomas to be like, way in return, you know?
Hi, Mr. Price. Did you enjoy the movie last night?
Hey, listen, how about I ask you a couple of questions on camera? Just simple stuff about the town.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Great. Just move over here. Are we both in the shot?
Yeah, that's fine.
This'll be great. The lake as a backdrop. Perfect. Let's go. All right. This is...
His name is Thomas Weiss.
I knew that. Thomas and I go way back. As the local mailman for truly countless years, Thomas Weiss knows Providence Oaks like he knows the back of his own hand. So, Mr. Weiss, how would you characterize this small, cold town and its warm inhabitants?
That's easy, Connor. Whether you're new in town or have lived here for ages, what's clear is this. This gorgeous little lake town of ours seems simple enough, although it's not without its complexities. But one thing's for certain. Anyone who's ever seen the views from atop the mighty watchtower knows. Providence Oaks is breathtaking. And wherever you are, or whatever you face, this is home.
And cut. That's so sweet, Thomas Weiss.
Nice.
Completely unusable, but sweet. I know I've got goosebumps.
Yeah, that went well, kind of.
What?
Now, let's scout out the establishing shots at the far end of the pier. Let's go, Connor.
Aye, Captain.
Gabe, you can take 5. My advice would be to take those 5 in the van, to reduce the risk of any further ass freezing off incidents.
Why is it unusable? I said a
Thanks,
nice
Ilsa.
thing. Whatever, you jerks. I was thinking, seeing that van there, that if you sort of did another follow-up, like driving around as a news van to different locations and doing stuff would be a cute idea. But that news guy is so unlikable that it really wouldn't work with him.
Another satisfied customer. Unless it's Bill's.
Who's Bill? Alright, just a parcel to deliver to what I believe is going to be the motel. Are you about to ask me something? Yep.
Mr. Weiss. Thomas, sir.
Hi, Gabriel. What's up?
Just that, well, we'll be ringing in the new year right here in Providence Oaks. So, my mom is shipping over my tuxedo. Can you make sure it arrives okay? She says she clearly marked the package Serrano Room 2.
Oh, of course. Mailman's promise.
You're gonna wear a tux?
Any particular reason you want to look your best for New Year's?
Yeah, maybe. There is something else I wanted to ask you about. I guess I'm curious. How did you, woo your wife?
It's pretty simple and cliched. She's my high school sweetheart.
I told you that was a cute
Took
one.
her to the fairy tale dance. We snuck off to smooch under the bleachers.
Ooh.
And the rest is ancient history. But I'm guessing that doesn't help you with what you really want to know.
Smoochin'.
You want to know if you have a shot with Ilsa.
Shh, keep it down. Don't mention her name. But yeah, I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. It's just, you seem like a wise man. I'd really appreciate your advice.
Well, okay then. My advice
is go for it. Follow your heart.
Is to think about how things felt last night.
Yeah.
Let that guide your decision. It might sound corny, but you can't go wrong following your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And is that your definitive judgment?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the best I can do.
All done.
Whoa,
Hey,
how long have you been there?
What are you two schmoozing about?
Oh my god, you can out him? No.
A mailman never tells.
Excellent. Now start the engine, Gabriel. We're rolling out pronto. Man alive, it's cold today.
On it, Mr. Price. Thanks, Thomas. You've been a huge help. So, take good care of that tux, yeah?
Will do. Bye, folks.
Gotta follow your heart, you know? I don't get how people sort of go into these things with all these rules, you know? Like, play hard to get. Don't tell them how you really feel. Let them miss you. All of that stuff. And I understand that for some people it might be necessary, right? If someone comes on too strong and is like sharing their feelings too quick, they may get what they oh no, it's the diner we're going to. What the kids refer to as the ick. But do you really want to try and capture someone that you can't be your authentic self with? I think is the way to think about it. Like, do you want to have to play a game to get this person? Like, alright, get it, first few like weeks maybe it's necessary to you or something, but beyond that, you really need someone you can be honest with. And if your honesty is really expressing yourself and how you feel and being very open and loving, then someone you can't be that way with is not going to be a great match, you know? If you have to wear a mask to get someone or to keep them, then it's just not the one, is it, really?
A belated Christmas gift? Maybe.
But I don't know. It seems like everyone thinks that's how you're supposed to do things, and like, oh no, don't text back straight away. Like, leave it on delivered for a while. Don't just like have it on your phone and don't open it. And it's like, grow up. Just tell them. If it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. Bye.
What am I to do?
Hi there, ladies.
Hi, Thomas.
Hello, Thomas.
Got a delivery for the diner, Kay?
Great. Not from the general store, I see?
Don't think so. It seems way too heavy to be full of hot air.
Oh well. Okay, so before I leave, we had this awesome girls' night yesterday thanks to Beth. It was hilarious. When I first saw where we were going, my brain went, oh my god. And when the guy showed us what we were going to do, my brain went, oh my god. And when we started, it was so yuck, but also so cool, you know? I've never done anything like that before, and I love that I got a chance to find out. But then again, I doubt that I will ever try it again.
Ah, yes, the girls' night.
I have no idea if they said what they were doing or not, because in that split second, I got up to turn my hot water off, and I came back and she was just like, oh, what we did, and it was ooh and yuck, and I'll never do it. And I'm like, what? I guess that's the joke, though. What did you do?
What did you end up doing?
We made haggis.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gesundheit.
I said haggis. It's a Scottish dish made from a sheep's liver, lungs, heart, and suet, all stuffed into a sheep's stomach.
Suet?
It's this fascinating traditional gourmet staple stemming from the 15th century. Would you believe? Poems have been written about it.
Wow, that sounds, disgusting. But I'm gonna be polite.
Meat on top of meat? Sign me up.
I have some leftover from last night, if you're interested.
Oh, no, thank you.
It was so gross. I'll have nightmares about zombie sheep for weeks. Bleh. Okay, hate to leave you two, but I really have to sort out this delivery ASAP. And Maureen will go bananas. Talk soon. Thanks again for the great evening, Beth.
Bye.
Bye, Kay. Well, now, I really should get back to the grind as well. Those New Year's price reductions aren't going to fix themselves.
All right.
Hold on, Beth. Quick word about Saturday.
Oh? What's on your mind?
The parcel?
Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Don't you worry about me, Thomas. I'm fit as a fiddle. Now, if that's all, I really need to get back to the bookstore.
What? You've been acting a bit strange? Has she?
Beth, come on. You have been acting a bit strange lately.
What do you mean?
Are you sure there's nothing wrong?
Okay, you've got me.
What? I don't what's happened?
We sit down here for a bit.
I don't actually understand how he's come to this conclusion.
Heavens, I do feel a bit caught out. But I have to admit, it does warm my heart to know that I cannot fool my friends. Well, out with it, Beth. You see, it's my eyes, Thomas. I have glaucoma, which means my optic nerve is deteriorating. I found out a few months ago.
Oh, the fact that she asked for help putting the label on.
Oh my gosh, Beth. That's terrible.
Thank you. It was a bit of a shock at first. I haven't told Emily yet. Daniel knows. It's not that bad yet, but it's not getting any better either. The thing is, this kind of condition happens slowly. And I haven't been the fastest in getting it treated, but they can stabilize it. That's why I wasn't able to fix the parcel on my own last Saturday. And that's why I'm starting to miss a few details here and there when I'm in the store. Or asking for peas instead of beans at Christmas dinner with all of my friends of all places.
I thought she was passively aggressively saying that, like, peas were better than green beans.
I had no idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
It's sweet of you, but there is no need to treat me any differently. I've been going about my business as usual, first and foremost, because the deterioration is so gradual. Until I couldn't really do the little things anymore. Things like reading small print are getting difficult, which was a painful thing to accept at first. Working in the bookstore is starting to give me more issues than I'd like. Getting older. It's a strange thing, isn't it? It's like that Robert Frost poem. The afternoon knows what the morning never suspected. Doesn't mean I wouldn't mind taking a little nap in between from time to time, though.
She wants to see her family in case she loses her sight.
Is this why you're really leaving for Georgia? I mean, will you be able to take care of yourself in the long run?
It is a big part of why I'm leaving, yes. But at the same time, it isn't.
How?
How's that?
What I'm trying to say is, when you really look at it, in the end, it's not all bad. You see, every limit is a beginning as well as an ending, as T.S. Eliot puts it. For me, there's really no use dwelling too much on that limit. I can't change it anymore at this point anyway. But I do have a choice in how to deal with it. Plus, Georgia has a lot to offer: museums, social clubs, and most importantly, my
Georgia.
family. If you look at it like that, getting older
Georgia. I used to
may
love
still
that song
feel
so
like
much.
a cursed time, surely, but I also see each new year as a gift. An opportunity to start new adventures, explore, and have more fun. You can't take something like that for granted.
It's like what I was saying earlier.
I get that. From there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere.
Dr. Seuss! I knew you had it in you.
Hey, the credit goes to Meredith in this case. Technically, it's her old Dr. Seuss calendar that's still hanging in our bathroom.
Well, I guess I really should be going now. Thank you once again, Thomas. I do feel better now that it's out. You're a good friend.
Anytime, Beth. Bye now.
Pretty sweet, kind of sad. A little bit of an emotional apex there. Very nice. Finally, some feels. Alright, let's get back to the old post office. Man. Gotta live your life, you know. As only today. Let's scooch ourselves back. I wonder if this is the last delivery day. Oh no, because we've got to deliver the tux actually, so it must be tomorrow and then it's New Year's, I think. I love how this main street looks. Clunk, 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 clunk.
Hey, Thomas, have you seen Jack?
Made me jump.
Nope, I haven't, Frank. How did it go with Morgan?
Didn't happen, yet. But I need Jack to pull it off. I'm a sitting duck right now. I'm toast if Morgan suddenly shows up.
Bring back I'm toast. I'm toast, man. Man, he's toast. That fool toast. Bring that back.
Yikes. Maybe I can help out?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Sorry for interrupting your conversation. Mr. Coleman, I see you've managed to be present at the job position you're currently holding. I think it's time you and I had a little chat inside the office.
Mr. Morgan, it's so good to see you again. A little chat sounds wonderful. But I'm afraid there's an extremely urgent parcel I have to deliver right now. So stay put, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes.
You can stay right here, Frank. I'm sure Mr. Weiss would be happy to deliver that package for you. Right, Thomas?
Let's just go talk it over, you know?
I've got a better idea. Let's just go to Moe's, have a few beers, and talk it all over like adults.
Excuse me, sir? Hi. Hello. I heard you were looking for a guy in a light blue shirt with a mustache to purchase illegal fireworks in the parking lot of the post office? Well, you found him.
Illegal fireworks? Who do you think I am?
Sir, you don't have to keep your guard up. Frank and Thomas here both know me very well, and I'm sure they won't tell a soul about what you're doing right now. So, what will it be? I've got rockets, Roman candles, fountains, sparklers. I even have barrages that'll give you a fireworks extravaganza that you won't ever forget.
I think there must be a misunderstanding here. Please, don't put Mr. Morgan in this position. If people walk by and see this, they might snitch on him and get him into trouble. He could even lose his job over this.
Yeah, why don't you go inside so you can do your dealings without all these prying eyes around?
I'll tell you what will happen now. I'm going to get in my car, start the engine, drive home, and pretend I did not just spend 3 days in Providence Oaks for absolutely nothing.
Sir, if you take a left at the deer statue, you'll eventually pass my barn, and I can fill your trunk there in just 1 minute. Do you have cash on hand?
Gentlemen, I'll be back next year. Frank Coleman, your luck will run out one day.
I wouldn't bet on it. Tally-ho, Morgan.
Boy, oh boy.
If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Thanks, guys. I owe you one.
The boys. The gang. Gang. Lads. Monday afternoon. Pretty dark for afternoon. It is winter, I suppose.
Hello?
Evening, Thomas. It's Maureen.
It's dark at
Hi,
4
Maureen.
p.m. here now.
If you're looking for Emily, she's at the motel right now.
I was actually looking for you, Thomas. I don't know what to do with this
Nancy situation. I get so worked up just thinking about it. And that usually gets in the way of doing the right thing, you know? I need to talk to someone who's a bit more emotionally detached from the situation.
How can I help?
How can I help you, Maureen?
Is this really about the
Simply put,
overpriced
if
snacks?
I should give in to that
This is
Nancy
the storyline?
Carlisle and her overpriced snacks, or tell that woman to
Oh,
take
it's kind
a
of
hike.
adorable.
But then we'll end up with a lackluster New Year's Eve party.
Risk New Year's Eve without snacks. A party is about having a good time with people you like. I mean, just buy the snacks. It's up to her if she wants to give you a discount or not.
The horror of a New Year's Eve party without a decent snack selection. That's not a difficult choice for me.
So you're saying I should go against all my principles just because of some snacks?
Well, sometimes it's better to take the high road.
It's not just the snacks, Maureen, but sometimes it's better to take the high road. This town is too small for everlasting feuds.
I think you're on to something there, Thomas. I'm not yet totally sure what I'm gonna do, but at least my mind's at ease now. Thanks for lending me
50
your
years
ear
from now,
and
their
advice.
families are still warring.
We got ourselves a blood feud. 50 years ago, you didn't give my great-great-great-grandma a discount on some snacks.
I mean, I guess it would be great with 50 years, 500 years from now.
You're welcome, Maureen. Take it easy.
Now we got bad blood.
Read a book, why don't you?
From 1912 to 1948, architecture was an Olympic discipline. Spanish singer Julio Iglesias used to be a professional goalkeeper. When recovering from a career-ending accident, a nurse gave him a guitar so that he could recover the dexterity of his hands. In learning to play, he discovered his musical talent.
That feels absolutely made up. It's New Year's Eve. And it's our, I would assume, final day of delivering packages. And it's not snowing, unfortunately, but off we go. We have a little postbox delivery here to make. It's a wonder I haven't lost my license yet. Let's hop out and deliver to 102. My boots are impeccably clean. Do you think he washes them every day? Or is just really careful about where he steps? My trainers, or sneakers if you're American, need a good clean actually. I just have white Nikes. Nike, if you're American. And they're a bit scuffed from all my walking and going to see the ducks at the pond and such. Side note, it has been a couple of days. I haven't recorded this all in one sitting. And since bringing it up on here, I ordered myself some winter jumpers. And I am currently sat nice and snug with a brand new cardigan on. And it's the best purchase I've ever made in my life.
Parcel, Thomas. Don't forget the parcel.
Sorry, rambling away and forgot the parcel, but it's the best purchase I've made recently. I got a cardigan, which is open at the front and very comfy, with buttons on it. And I got two nice jumpers, sweaters if you're American, black and sort of like a nice beige, not a boring beige, but like a, you know, a lighter color, you know.
Thomas, it's good to see you.
And they're very nice, and they
Thanks
fit
again for the little chat
perfectly.
we had yesterday evening.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it, Maureen. Was glad to help.
I think I've made the right decision. But I guess some situations don't have a perfect solution. You'll find out tonight, Thomas. We'll have a grand old time regardless.
That's true. I have to say, I don't sort of buy clothes for myself often. I just kind of have always worn what's around, what I've had, what's been gifted. Even like t-shirts, I get sent a lot of t-shirts from gaming companies, so I just kind of wear those, like Starfield shirt and Rusty Lake shirt and all this kind of stuff. Or usually what I do is I buy myself plain white t-shirts. I usually just buy like a pack of plain white t-shirts, maybe a couple of black ones, and then I just rock those until I like ruin them. But I put this jumper on and I was like, oh my god, it fits really nice. It looks really nice. I immediately felt, I don't know, like 10 times better about myself in this jumper. And I was like, why am I... Like, I love a hoodie, right? I wear hoodies a lot and open up zip hoodies and stuff. I was like, why am I just wearing those all the time? Like, this looks so good. Like, it fits well. I feel good in it. Your shoulders look better than they do in a hoodie. And I was just like, what have I been doing all these years? Like, not wearing nice knit jumpers like this. It's like knit wool. Anyway. So that's my new thing now. Throwing my wardrobe out. Whole new wardrobe. Winter wardrobe. Knit jumpers.
Oh, hey, Thomas. We're about to do a little interview, but you're welcome to listen in. Mr. Price, you know Thomas Weiss, don't you?
Sure do. You're resident mailman, am I right? Good to see you, man.
And cardigans.
Should I just stand over here?
That was Open Sky by Velvet Moon, one of my favorites. Folks, we have a special treat for you today because I have a guest here at the Reynolds studio. You know that happens from time to time, but today it's a bona fide big shot. None other than KNW6's own newsman extraordinaire, Mr. Connor Price.
Thanks for having me, Jack. Always nice to talk to a fellow broadcaster. So, how long have you been doing this local show?
Coming up on our 10th anniversary, Mr. Price. But you've been at KNW6 for longer than that, no?
Yeah, it's been, gosh.
Today in Not Everyone Should Have a Podcast.
Way back in '66, as a segment producer on Portland Rise and Shine. Still remember the title of my first item, too. Is Poplin Still Poppin'?
That's a great title. And yet, this is the first time you've come to Providence Oaks.
First time staying a while, at any rate. So, Mr. Reynolds, how would you describe this town?
Well, I'd say it's a... Hey, wait a minute. Who's interviewing who here? I'll ask the questions, thank you very much.
Apologies, my friend. Just can't help myself. Always chasing the story, me. It's the commitment I've made to our viewers. The price guarantee.
So, what stories are you chasing here in PO?
That was such a weird delivery of that line. Always chasing the story, me.
Locale. I must say, the people here are very friendly, and I hope the feeling's mutual. Right, Thomas? That's Thomas the mailman over there. But never mind, he's not mic'd.
Sure.
Yes, and no, I'm not.
You don't say. Because we happen to have a little section called PO Positive or Pet Peeve. You might have heard of it?
Can't say I have, but I do like the alliteration.
Well, Lucinda Boyle called in a pet peeve yesterday, saying you were quite rude to her when she asked you for an autograph.
Well, I'm sure that was a misunderstanding. See, I must have been on a really tight schedule, because otherwise I'd do anything for a fan. That's...
the price guarantee,
Is his voice
right?
AI?
Sure.
Some of the delivery
we'll be
is
back with Connor
bizarre.
Price, KNW 6-star reporter, right after this.
What the hell, Jack? Ambushing me like that live on air?
Relax, just joshing you a little. But I'll let you plug the heck out of this Oregon Trail thing you're filming. How's that? We'll make sure everyone in town fully cooperates with your crew in the home stretch.
Well, speaking of the home stretch, I better get back to my job as a serious broadcaster. It's been real, pal. Can you believe this guy? Sheesh.
Well, Jack's a swell guy.
Don't take it personally, Mr. Price. Jack's a swell guy.
Huh. That's the thanks I get for stopping by amateur hour.
Sorry you had to witness that, Thomas. Made for good radio, though, while it lasted anyway. I'll see you at Moe's tonight, yeah? You don't want to miss what Frank's been cooking up.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. See you there.
I'm sorry, but what a pointless cutscene. That added nothing to the story. Anyway, my advice, go get yourself a nice item of winter clothing and feel better. Because it really made my day, those jumpers coming and fitting. Because also so often you'll order clothes and they won't fit right, you know? I'm pretty big, like I'm 6'3" and stuff, so it's just whenever I get something and it doesn't fit, it's so depressing. Which, I also got a new winter coat, is what kind of like spurred on me. What is happening here with the sound? I have no truck sound or anything, and the graphics are being super weird. I was buying a winter coat, and I ordered like a long black classic like trench woolen coat, and it didn't fit, so that was annoying. And I got the biggest size they had, and it was just like my shoulders are too wide. It would not fit. Like I could get it on, but it was uncomfy, and then because the shoulders are wide, it like rides up the wrists and the forearms a little bit, and it's like, ugh, great. Now I got to return that and find an alternative, a new coat. Why do we have no car sound? This is very bizarre. This game's been pretty buggy. Okay, I'm just silent running. 1972 here. But yeah, so I need to get another winter jacket as well. I'm looking it up. Love fashion in games, and I've never bothered to really spend any money on decent clothes, so it's quite a new experience and quite nice for me to do that and get some nice jumpers and a new jacket and stuff. Look good, feel good. Okay, oh, parcel. Keep forgetting. I feel like you're probably watching going, parcel morph. But you left the parcel again, watch him realise in a second. Oh, there he goes, he remembered.
Part and parcel.
And Dad's around, what an idiot, but he's our idiot, you know? He's an idiot, but he's our idiot, alright? He's a big dumb bear, but he's our big dumb bear, okay?
Knock, knock.
Oh yeah, it's the tuxedo.
He's not in.
Leave it with Ilsa or reception? Hang it on the doorknob? Leave it with Ilsa.
I should probably leave it with Ilsa then.
She'll make sure he gets it.
Room 9.
And trust the reception with it. Who's in there anyway? That guy? Nah, we'll leave it with Ilsa. What if they're in there together? Making out. Having a little kiss and a cuddle.
Knock, knock.
Hi, Thomas. Oh, is that Gabriel's tux?
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Is he in the
That's
shower?
The Weiss guarantee.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Thanks.
Right then, I'll...
I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong, it won't take long. Ooh, when I use my witchcraft, ooh, ooh. When I use my witchcraft, ooh, ooh, yeah.
They smashed.
Well...
Great. So... See you tonight at the diner. Oh, and thank you.
My pleasure, Ilsa.
He said to a shut door. Well, couple of people got lucky last night. Bringing in the new year. Me and my silent truck heading back to town. It's the New Year's Eve party. We've delivered everything, right? So I just go back to the post office. I'll add my own sound effects. Never really played with toy cars as a kid. Don't know if you can tell by how great my impression is, obviously. Do kids even play with toys these days, like Christmas, and get a new toy and that'd be amazing? There was always a must-have toy when I was growing up, and even when I was older, just, you know, like... And it was always, it would sell out. Oh, you gotta try and get hold of that for the kid, like Furby. Obviously, Toy Story years, it was like the Woody and the Buzz that no one could get a hold of. Probably these days.
These days, it's all bloody get me a new iPad, mother. Get me the iPhone 23, mother. Kids today.
Sorry. On today's episode of What Life Used to Be Like.
In my day.
Listen, those of us who are older, sometimes nostalgia's all we've got, right? You will allow us this. Alright, me and my silent goose. Oh, in we go. It's time for the big finish. I would think.
Happy New Year.
Hello?
Hi, Meredith. It's the Weiss family again. We wanted to wish you a happy new year before we're going to Moe's.
Hey, thanks. We've got a little over an hour left here before it's 1986.
You'll watch out for those fireworks, won't you? They're so unpredictable.
I will. I'll probably stay inside anyways.
We've got 4 more hours to go, but Happy New Year! I'd rather be early than late. Are you going anywhere to celebrate?
Thanks, Dad. We're all a bit drained after making the deadline. Some guys from the office were going to do a ER Kung Fu tournament, but I didn't feel like it.
A Kung Fu tournament? On New Year's Eve?
Yes, Mom, it's a video game. But Tess and I are going to watch Trading Places instead at my place. I think that New Year's Eve is overrated anyway. People seem to think it must be the best night of the year, but all you usually get is a lot of drama and a solid hangover. My New Year's resolution was not to make a big deal out of New Year's Eve anymore. And it looks like I'm not going to break it. But don't let that ruin your evening.
I totally understand you, Meredith. My best New Year's Eve was actually one I spent all by myself.
Dude, your
I don't
wife's
know why,
right there in your
that
arms.
night, I've never felt more at peace.
What?
And most parties aren't worth the hangover anyway.
Maybe that's because you usually forget half of what happened.
Just see the light
Sorry,
leave from behind her
Meredith.
eyes
Your
then.
father's memory needs a little grease between the hinges.
Like starting the car in time before going to Moe's?
Bingo!
Okay, guys, I won't hold you up. Have a great evening. And a
It was
happy
the
New
greatest
Year.
day of
Love
my
you.
life. All alone, peace and quiet. I sat in a corner and stared at the wall and ate Christmas cookies.
My beautiful people, may I have your attention for half a minute? First of all, welcome to Moe's. We're excited to celebrate the last few moments of 1985 together with you. It was quite an undertaking to host this New Year's Eve party, and a costly one at that. So, if you feel inclined to end the year on a generous note, you know where the tip jar is. We've got snacks and drinks aplenty. So I'm sure that even the grumpiest so-and-so will be able to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming. Cheers.
Well, if it isn't my favorite KNW
The
6
tux
news
in a
team.
diner.
In the flesh.
Less.
Hi, Thomas.
Darndest thing. I've had this song stuck in my head all day. It goes, witchcraft, ooh.
Witchcraft, ooh. What a coincidence. That's been stuck in my head, too.
He knows. He heard you sing it in the shower.
Oh, right.
Elsa Richter, ladies and gentlemen. Segment producer, car problem solver, and joke explainer extraordinaire.
There we go. Champagne for my real friends and real pain for my sham friends.
Hello.
Hi, Connor. So, is the segment on Providence Oaks in the can yet?
Almost, my friend. Still have to shoot the countdown to the new year. Hopefully that gives us the ending we need. I've been promised a spectacle.
Easy on the alcohol there, Connor. We still need you on camera. Can't have you slurring your words.
Slurring my words? Whatever do you mean, Elsa?
Quit fooling, you guys. It's getting close to midnight. Let's set up and get ready.
Showtime. Okay, getting into character. See you on the
You can't
flip
cancel
side,
him, it's the
mailman.
80s.
Hi, honey. There goes that Connor Price. Would you believe the motel had to custom order a blow dryer just for him? He tipped generously, though. Oh, is that Beth sitting over there? Let's join her.
Good evening, my dearest of friends. Almost time for Auld Lang Syne, eh? Did you know that Auld Lang Syne was written down by Robert Burns in the 18th century? And that he based it on an old Scottish folk song? He wrote it to a different melody than the one we sing today, but I have to say, I do like this version. And it's often sung after a special dinner where haggis is served. Would you believe?
Wow. How will we ever get by without these fascinating facts? I don't want to be rude. It's like our last day.
I don't think I've ever heard it. But then again, I only listen to the car radio.
Didn't they used to sing that at your grandma's around New Year's? Yes, you don't remember? Your uncle would sing completely off key.
Oh, that I remember. And not just around New Year's.
All joking aside, my friends, now that a new year is upon us, I feel a moment of thanks is in place. I know I've kept my situation from you for a while, but now that it's out in the open, I honestly don't know why I didn't share it with you sooner. Pride, I suppose. But I feel so much better now. So thank you, my friend.
I feel like maybe she could have had something more serious than glaucoma. And I'm not saying that glaucoma is not serious, and obviously to her as a reader and your sight, it's all very important, right? But because I felt like this story has lacked like an emotional peak, maybe they could have made it with her. It could have been like a life illness, you know?
Good to hear.
Glad we could be there for you, Beth. And thank you for opening us to it. We'll always be there for you. But you have to let us in first. I hope you'll remember that when you're in Georgia.
Definitely. In fact, it's my new resolution for 1986. Along with letting go and seeing where life takes me. What about you, Emily? Any resolutions?
Well, less work and more fun, I suppose. Now that this guy Matt is joining the motel, I am looking forward to a bit more quality time. What about you, honey?
Another year with you is all I could ever hope for, dear.
Oh, I love you too, Big Bear.
Should old acquaintance
Big
be
Bear.
forgot and never brought to mind? Well, whatever the future brings, this old acquaintance here will be hard-pressed to ever forget you two.
Same here, Beth.
Absolutely. We wouldn't be able to forget you if we tried. Not that we tried, of course. And like you said at Christmas dinner, even if the reasons for change are sometimes out of our hands, let's focus on the new beginnings that come along with them.
And what better time for new beginnings than New Year's Eve?
Attention, folks! It's showtime!
That's what I like about New Year's, is that it's like, alright, clean slate, January 1st, let's go.
You better be standing outside in about 10 minutes.
That's my cue. From a little spark may burst a flame, as Dante once put it. But I need to visit the ladies' room first, or I'll turn into a pumpkin. See you outside.
Isn't she marvelous? I'm so happy for her. I am going to miss Bethany.
So will I. But she'll still be around for a while, so it won't be too abrupt.
It makes me feel a bit melancholic. Even more than I usually am on New Year's Eve. This odd feeling of looking back and forward at the same time, and now I'm doing that over a much longer period than just the coming and going of the year.
I know what you mean, and there's nothing wrong with
I
that.
often feel melancholic, my dear.
I like to take my time and reminisce about all the things that happened.
Oh, yes. We should appreciate what we have a bit more. And don't just let life pass us by without noticing. So let's enjoy the here and now.
Yes,
Our wise
Emily.
and beautiful daughter just taught us not to demand that this should be the best evening of the year. But we're allowed to try it.
That's why I don't like New Year's, because it's so like
This
forced
is where my
fun.
speech ends, my dear husband. And now
We're
I need
having
a
a
glass
great
of
time because it's the
champagne.
last day.
I'll drink to that, and to you, and all the good things the new year will
I like
bring
to just
us.
have spontaneous
Maureen,
fun.
I need champagne. For me and my beautiful wife.
You got it, sir. Just grab your glasses and join me in the bottle outside. It's less than a minute now.
20 seconds on go, Mr. Price. Go.
And so, 1985 draws to a close. With mere seconds left in the year, I've been told this little lake town will strive to end 85 with a bang. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
No one gonna join in?
5, 4.
The countdown,
Holy
guys.
Toledo! Ilsa, are we getting this?
What is happening?
Somebody check on Frank.
We don't even get to see the fireworks. I wanted to see the fireworks. Seriously? Wow. They're like, we can't animate fireworks. It's too much work. Let's just go on the faces. And the fact that voice acting wise, there was people didn't join in. 6, 5. Oh no.
And that sure sounds like a delicious eggnog recipe.
Hurry up, dear. It's coming up next.
Yes, don't get too excited now. It's just a preview, remember?
And now, a man with a very special New Year's resolution. And he's going to tell us all about it. Isn't that right, Sybil?
Absolutely, Bob. It's none other than our roving reporter, Connor Price. Connor, my dear, where in blazes are you?
Well, Sybil,
Yeah.
I'm in beautiful Providence Oaks, wishing you and Bob and our viewers a joyful 1986. And as for my New Year's resolution, Bob, why, it's my very special price guarantee to all of you that I will be sharing gripping tales and intimate portraits from all over Oregon in an all-new series of special reports on small-town America. Part 1 will air tonight at 8, right here on KNW6. And it will be all about the gorgeous little lake town where I was fortunate enough to spend the waning days of 1985. Here, let's take a look at an exclusive
Is it me? Am I going to be on TV?
Providence Oaks, an idyllic town by a lake just south of Melville. It's where this reporter counted down to 1986.
Oh, it's the credits? Oh my God.
Although, unfortunately, the fireworks started a little early, so we didn't quite manage to catch them on tape. Take it from me, it was quite the spectacle, courtesy of postal worker Frank Coleman.
Just a faulty batch of leftover 4th of July material, I guess. Not mine, anyway. No siree. But I'm all right, folks. Really, everyone can stop calling me at home. I'm A-OK.
And perhaps that encapsulates the true nature of Providence Oaks, or P.O., as it's called by those who know and love it. It's a town where even when things don't go as planned, folks will be all right and A-OK.
It's just, you know, we help each other out, and there's nothing we can't fix.
A town where first impressions can be deceiving.
This town may look sleepy from the outside, but trust me, there's always so much stuff to do and take care of. Ugh.
A town where generations have grown up.
It's a great place to raise kids, and also a great place to have been raised as a kid. Myself, I mean, back when I was a kid, being raised here. Was that okay?
A town where patience is still a virtue.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if this is where I'll find what I'm looking for, but I do know I can keep looking here for as long as I want, and that feels great.
A town full of unique individuals that, deep down, have more in common than you'd think.
The average Providence Oakian probably doesn't exist. We do tend to keep to ourselves until someone needs us. Then we show up. Always.
A town you can't help but love.
You know, I just think it's the best place in the whole wide world. Sue me.
And where everyone has a story to tell.
To me, it's all about the people. Because...
Yes, well, leave it to the mailman to say it best.
This is home.
Indeed. Providence Oaks, like so many other places in our great state of Oregon, is a small town with a big heart. This is Connor Price, KNW6, PO.
Cute little ending. I feel like it's weird how much play the news crew got, unless they are going to be the characters for the next game. It's a surprising amount was focused on them. Yeah, it was okay. Like I said, I was happy to return to this world. I think the story was not great, but it's a little DLC, and it's just fun to revisit the lake world, I guess. Didn't have to be the greatest thing ever. Let me know what you thought in a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.